What is up, Los Angeles? Happy Wednesday. Good afternoon. He's Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury? Visit calldowntown.com. To quote D-Mac, that seminal piece of American culture and history, dodgeball. Do you believe in unlikelihoods? Argentina's back, baby.
Wow.
What a comeback.
Messi's inevitable. Just the goat of all goats.
It's over,
imposing
right?
his will.
The whole Messi or anyone else conversation is over.
It's been over. It's just...
Yeah, it is.
It's, he's making us have to recalibrate what's impossible, what he did there, man. Just this will to win. Just find a way to make a play for his teammates. And England's just cursed, bro.
Oh,
England
dude.
is absolutely cursed.
To all of you England fans, we feel bad. We are sorry. Our friend James, who's a producer over at KNX, and everybody else, that is a heartbreaker. England, if you missed this, in the World Cup semifinal that just ended, was up 1-0 in the 87th minute, and then Messi started to lock in, 2 assists, lightning quick, and all of a sudden, those England dreams turned to tears, and that Argentina need for a back-to-back World Cup is very much alive. They get the victory, 2-1, and they play Spain in the final on Sunday. We have a great show lined up for you. We're going to point out to you the very aggressive, although I understand it, maybe effective, brawny spin that has been placed into the Southern California sports media ecosystem, and just point out to you what it looks like. And I've heard some people, I've seen some people fall for the Athletic in this case is okie dokie, so we'll walk you through that. We'll do Hero of the Day. You've got some unwritten baseball rules that you're going to try to sell me on being reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, some of them I'm against too, but I think I'll go on the side of trying to get you to love some of them, because I know some that you don't like. We've kind of gotten to it on this show about some of these ones, so I got some selling points for you.
I think you should sell the ones even you don't. I think you should just like a prosecuting attorney.
Okay, look, I'm a hired gun here.
Or defensive attorney.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it.
That'd be a bad job. I wouldn't want to have to defend criminals I didn't want to defend. Or
trust me, I can
rules.
do it though.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
You can bring that Riz.
We will.
D-Mac Riz.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Ryan Ward, Dodger outfielder, is going to be on the show. We've got not one, but 2 NFL reports. That's right. We have NFL Report, and then shortly after that, we have NFL Report, the sequel. We'll hear from the All-Star Game. A quick thought on the All-Star Game. Just quick little note to you, because yesterday you were trying to tell me how I should watch it, and I was telling you I didn't want to. The National League got struck out in half of their at-bats, basically, so that's cool. Yeah, that was a riveting one, man. You're right. I'm sold.
Hey,
I'm in.
Former Dodger, once a Dodger, always a Dodger, Cody Bellinger, MVP, Miguel Vargas hits a home run. Yeah, once a Dodger, always a Dodger.
Manny Machado's a Dodger?
Yeah, no, he doesn't have his. There's like 4 or 5 that don't have their once a Dodger, always a Dodger
there's a couple
card.
exceptions.
But Cody Bellinger certainly has his. Yeah, for sure. Miguel Vargas. How about Justin Robleski striking out the side?
That was cool. Okay.
But for the most part,
it was bad.
It was a snorefest.
If you want to call us and talk about the All-Star Game, we're the wrong show. 855-97 LA Fan. We're going to take this opportunity to do a Los Angeles head coaching hot seat heat check. We're going to go through all of these coaches and maybe a few GMs for good measure. And Doug and I are going to try to figure out if we can agree where to place these guys. So you ready for these categories?
I'm so ready.
All right, we've got ice cold.
Ice cold.
Well, that was better. All right. No. I'll do it, then you do it better. Cool, but not frigid.
Cool, but not frigid.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Heating up.
Heating up.
You and your career are on fire.
You're on fire.
Yeah, it was better. I mean, I went extravagant.
NBA Jan.
I went extravagant. All right. Let's just work our way through it. You ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
You're a guy. You're our Rams dude.
Woo!
You're the Rams expert. Sean McVay. I mean, this ice cold, right? This one's easy?
This is ice cold. This is as cold as it gets. This guy has unlimited job security. This guy is basically Supreme Court justice level. Hey, I can keep this job as long as I want. I think you can make the case that he has got the safest job of any head coach in any sport. Sean McVay is the system. He is the guy that is as important to his team as anyone. Sean McVay's that dude. And he's young, and he still is energized. He's got the best team in football right now, and that's even before they could potentially get Aaron Donald back. But it all runs through Sean McVay. He makes great players elite, and he makes elite players Hall of Famers.
Let me ask you this question, DMAC, here on DMAC and Reiter, the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. What would have to happen this year if everybody's healthy? What would have to go wrong for the Rams if everybody is healthy for you not to demand a Sean McVay move somewhere on this sheet, but maybe real changes in the coaching staff?
Well, the thing about the Rams is anytime, even if they do have bad seasons, they can have this pipeline, a really good coaching tree. But I would say that Sean McVay...
You tend to get hired when things go well.
Yeah, I would say...
Whereas like Sean McVay has to answer questions at a press conference and change multiple coordinators.
I mean, if they get bounced in the division round, assuming they get a bye, then you're probably talking, okay, is Chris Shula the right guy on the defensive coordinator side? Of course, he's going to be calling the shots offensively, but you got Nate Scheelhaus, his supposed to be emerging star, almost got the job for the Steelers. But yeah, look, if you are linked to Sean McVay in any capacity, you're probably going to be set as far as your career goes.
But you can be negative. It's okay. It's a make-believe question. It goes back. I just want to know what... Because
division round. I think it's division round.
You're going, yeah, division round, but everything will be great because he's perfect.
Yeah.
I think he's great too.
Division
but
round.
If things go wrong.
Things go wrong.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh, I would say, think about Jim Harbaugh. I'd put, it's tough because he's such a name. It's the Chargers, so they're probably not going to.
Are we in year 3?
Yeah, I believe it is year 3.
3 of the Harbaugh
I'm going to say
experience?
cold but not frigid. Cold but not frigid just because.
Oh, wow.
You would put him in ice cold?
No, I was going to go lukewarm. I think he gets
really?
a lot. I think I would put Justin Herbert in ice cold after the year, even though we're not doing players, if things go badly. I think Harbaugh has a Herbert shield if things go badly this year, and I think you and I are aligned. We do not think that things will go badly. I think we both believe opportunity in the AFC West. The Chiefs aren't the team that they were. We'll see when Mahomes comes back. I think 10 or 11 wins is reasonable. I have lukewarm.
You got lukewarm. Okay.
Can I talk into lukewarm?
He's got a 5-year deal. He's a former Charger. They got him out of Michigan where there was some issues there as far as where the program was headed to. He's such a big name. He took that Niners team to the Super Bowl.
That thing.
Yeah, I think if Jim Harbaugh was the coach of the Cowboys or the coach of the 49ers or the coach of the Packers or a major market like traditional power, I could see maybe the expectations being a little higher and maybe they could grow impatient. Harbaugh, though, they feel like he was a major coup for them. They feel like he was their dream coach. Like, Jim Harbaugh is the Chargers' dream coach. Whether that works out.
That's why I can't get on cool.
Yeah.
That's why I got lukewarm.
You got lukewarm.
I think, sometimes if somebody makes a bad hire, but they can't admit it, I don't think we're there yet, but if we ever get to where he should be, I think he's always going to get one category of the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Because they want it to. I'm going to put him under lukewarm.
Okay.
I just did it.
Yeah.
I just made an arbitrary decision.
Oh, so this is weird. So we're combining.
I'm trying
okay.
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should come together as a team.
Okay, so I'll give you that one.
DMAC and Reiter.
I like it.
You know
Yeah. Absolutely. I thought, okay.
Dave Roberts.
Dave Roberts, he's in the ice cold mode too. I mean, his job security, I think, is not where Shohei Ohtani's is as far as, hey, you're never trading Shohei or Andrew Friedman.
Yeah.
But he's one tier below that. And I think that Dave Roberts, he keeps this job as long as he wants it. Here's the thing. Even when they weren't winning, they were sticking to Dave Roberts because they love what he does for this organization beyond just being a great manager. He's the guy that talks to the media 2 times a day. He's really the face of whoever is going to Dodger Stadium. He's that guy. Dave Roberts, easy call, ice cold, future Hall of Famer. Best manager, not the perfect manager, but the perfect manager for the Dodgers.
I will co-sign here on DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Everything you said, and add, if I had to power rank the safest people in Los Angeles, he's number 1. At least of coaches. He's ahead of Sean McVay.
Oh, disagree with that one.
Really?
I do, just because Sean McVay brings a system and an X's and O's element to it. And
I think
you could make the case they're equal, though. At least for me.
You got to pick one.
I would say Sean McVay's ahead of Dave.
All right.
Yeah, just because he's younger, right?
Here's the I don't think that the decision makers decide whether to fire people in hot seat based on age.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you lengthen this out to a certain time, okay.
Today.
I still put McVay ahead of Doc.
Okay.
Yeah, very close. They're good friends.
Andrew Friedman would be my number 1 overall. I'm assuming you agree.
Oh, yeah.
Ice cold.
All you got to say for this
up.
one is that there is a stipulation in Shohei Ohtani's contract that gives Shohei an out if Andrew Friedman leaves the organization. That is the best job security you could ever get. That's like Steve Jobs at Apple level job security, just the ultimate job security.
I have
man.
that in my contract here.
Do you?
If you go. But actually, let me look at it. Oh, it says I'm sad.
We're never leaving, baby.
Negotiate anything.
We're we'd Wolf of Wall Street that thing. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. It's my home.
But didn't he go to jail when he gave that speech?
Yeah, but before that was a good moment.
It was a great moment.
Yeah.
We don't have a category. It's D-Mac and Reiter who dropped his. He's a real person.
Yeah.
D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. We are doing an LA coaching and somewhat GM hot seat heat check right now because it's All-Star Weekend. It gives us the chance here on your home for local sports, for all things Dodgers and Lakers and all the other Rams, Raiders, Chargers here on the new 97.1 The Fan. Gives us a chance to talk about some other stuff and sort of go to 10,000 feet. We have you and your career on fire. The little extra is mine. Heating up, lukewarm, cool but not frigid, and ice cold. We don't have Nobody Cares. Or who is that guy? I only bring that up because we're now at Kurt Suzuki, the Angels skipper. We got to put him somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't what it should be, right? It's what it is.
I mean, Kurt
He plays
Suzuki,
for an irrational owner.
That's the thing. So, I mean, he'll take the blame, but he's set up for failure, man. He's
Right.
It's like he's basically a firefighter that had to go into a burning building, but there's no water in the fire hose, right? They set him up for failure. He's just not that guy.
Backdraft.
Yeah, Backdraft. Great,
That's a great movie.
late 80s, early 90s pool.
They made the fire into a monster.
They did.
Donald
yeah,
Sutherland, the
yeah.
crazy guy's like, it's alive. Like, oh, okay.
They had the Backdraft right at Universal, so I would definitely
They
put
did?
him on. Yeah, they did.
When you were on the tour?
No, way back in the day. It was a ride there.
I thought you pointed.
Yeah, no, it wasn't me. But I would say, I mean, I think that's lukewarm would be.
I just got on the hot seat for that joke.
No.
Sorry.
I like your new category for that one, though, right?
Nobody cares?
The Nobody Cares.
Can I make?
right?
Am I allowed to burst? Can I make?
Can we?
We got a thumbs up.
I kind of like that Nobody Cares category because, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to care unless another guy on this list is gone.
Okay. I don't. What is that?
I see the reason why he doesn't have success.
Art Marino.
Yeah, Artie Moreno. I mean, you can't fire yourself, unfortunately, if you're the owner. And
I'm sorry, Artie. Go away now. Go away now.
Yeah,
Go away. Yes.
I would love to see that.
I mean, who even makes the assessment on an owner? This is my fault. I put him on there. No one can make the assessment. I guess because no one can fire him.
I mean, no one can fire him.
Honestly, he's ice cold because he has no shame.
Yeah, I guess that's true, right? You got to put him on
shame-free.
You got to put him on ice cold because remember, what did he say that the baseball fans they care about the affordability and they care about the experience? Well, guess what? I have a better experience. My team is winning, right? So maybe if you put some more commitment into winning, that would be a better product. But I'm with you. I mean, you can't fire yourself. And Artie Moreno, he's one of, if not the worst owners in all professional sports.
All right, here's an interesting one, and I think that for the purposes of this exercise here on DMAC and Reiter, we are discussing things as they are. It'll be interesting if you want to also guess with this person where he'll be in a year. JJ Redick.
Yeah, this one's interesting because we know LeBron's gone, right? And how committed is the new organization to him as far as the Dodgers' involvement? Will he be a Don Mattingly type of lame duck while they get their Dave Roberts? Look, you're the coach of the Lakers and you're one bad season away from being ousted. I'm going to say lukewarm. For JJ Redick. And the reason for that is just because this is the Lakers. And yes, it feels like they're going to want more stability, but it's the Lakers. So if he doesn't have success, people are going to say he was there just for LeBron, that he skipped the line that a lot of coaches have to go through for the assistant coach route to be a head coach. I'm saying lukewarm, but I'm curious to hear what you have to say about JJ.
I'm 100% with you on lukewarm. I think that there is massive amounts of pressure on this organization and whoever the decision makers actually are to have gotten this gamble-heavy summer right. And I think, DMAC, you and I are more or less aligned that we are optimistic, even if it's of the cautiously optimistic variety, on Kessler and Payne Reeves, which I think you had to do, and Sexton and Mamu and all the moves they've made. I think we like the team. We didn't make the decisions. If things go really badly, I think that JJ Redick will be on fire in 8-9 months. If things go really well, I think he's going to be maybe in the ice cold category because the guy has won 50-plus games in each of his first few seasons as a head coach. It is not easy to manage LeBron James, even though it comes with victories. And I think if, like Ty Lue, who we're going to get to actually next, I think that if it turns out that J.J. Redick is a great coach without LeBron James and he's able to manage the difficulties and the good things that come with LeBron James, that will bring him up to a level of job security he doesn't have right now.
I agree. I think that you reap the benefits if you are a Lakers head coach and you do have success, but if you lose and it feels like this team isn't doing good enough, the honeymoon period is way over for J.J. Redick. He's going to have to prove himself with this roster because this is his roster. So the excuses are gone for J.J., right? There's no, Luka doesn't have a center. It's LeBron James is 700 years old. It's Austin Reeves is injured. No, if he has a healthy roster and this team finishes as a play-in team, I'm already looking for a different head coach if I'm the Lakers.
I think if he has a healthy Luka, nothing else matters. I think he'll be expected to get it done. All right, Ty Lue.
He's
a good coach.
He's a good coach. He's won a championship. He's with the Clippers. They like stability.
I think it's heating up, dude.
You think it's heating up?
I think that it didn't work with Kawhi Leonard. We presume he'll eventually be traded. That trade is on pause as the aspiration investigation is sort of waiting to be wrapped up by the NBA. But the Kawhi Leonard era feels over, right? And so if it's over, it didn't succeed, and this is the guy who's the coach during it. Yeah, it's a weird one.
It is a weird one just because they are the Clippers. He does have the pedigree. They can use the injury excuse that a lot of teams use when you have a coach like Ty Lue. The thing about if you move off of Ty Lue, who do you replace him with if you're the Clippers? And who would want that job that's better than Ty Lue?
It's a rebuild job, too, at a certain point, I think. Do you want to go lukewarm?
I'm gonna go lukewarm on that one, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to defer to you on this because I'm kind of go back because he is a really good coach, but at a certain point you got to win. All right, Rob Pelinka.
So Rob Pelinka, I think you have to put on heating up. I think it's heating up.
I'm with you.
I think that we could look back, and this could be the defining offseason for Rob Pelinka. He gets out of the shadow of LeBron James. You're not under the shackles of Clutch. It feels like June 30th was Lakers Independence Day, right? Because we got our independence from LeBron James and Clutch, right? I think that's what it is.
Wow.
And if
LeBron's the alien.
Yeah.
Okay. He's the invader.
He is. And the Lakers now, they can go and formulate that roster. Right? They can redecorate their own house again. And he made his moves. We'll see if those moves work. But I think that ultimately his success or failure for this team, whether or not he's going to be here for the next 5-10 years, will be decided what he did in this last month. So I'm still going to heating up. Remember, this is the Lakers, man. We only hang banners here, like Kobe said.
I'm going on fire. And we can separate
So on fire.
I'm going to go on fire. Now, I think in his situation, it's a decisive season. And I don't think he gets the benefit of the doubt on Luka Doncic being injured. I don't think he gets the benefit of the doubt on maybe injuries that might give a little protection to J.J. Redick. And I think that J.J. is in a prove-it season, having built a lot of, I think, goodwill and capital with people who have gone, including me, generally from, I'm not so sure about LeBron's podcast pal to, okay, that guy I think can coach. I think Pelinka comes into the same prove-it season with very little capital and very little belief and lots of drafts that haven't gone well. And so I think his hot seat is on fire here on the DMAC and Reiter Los Angeles coaching hot seat heat check, but I think that it will shift aggressively if things go well.
Exactly. He has an opportunity because he put his stamp on this offseason. So I agree with you there that at least the ingredients are in place. Now does he know the recipe? And he's got his ingredients. Is he going to cook the right roster? And we'll see.
All right, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit here because I know we're running out of time, and I know that you really want to hear about how Bronny James and Clutch Sports were able to plant a story in a major media outlet. Just want to frame it for all of you when we get to that in about 5 or 6 minutes so you can just interpret what you're hearing properly. Steve Ballmer, which I think is simply an assessment of Adam Silver's, right? Adam Silver is sort of his boss. To what degree is Steve Ballmer, or not, on a hot seat, given this aspiration investigation by the NBA will conclude this summer? And in theory, if the NBA does a real one, DMAC, they could punish him.
He's Steve Ballmer, man. He's so rich. He's so powerful. I think that from a punishment standpoint, though, I'll put cold but not frigid.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Rich, and I'm not taking, if you're rich, good for you. Rich people aren't held to the same standards.
Exactly. And look, I mean,
should be.
In a way, I would miss Steve Ballmer in the crowd, right? I mean, the dude claps so hard, it's like he's trying to power the arena with it. I don't know what he's trying to do, but I'll kind of miss that level of excitement.
I am not saying he's corrupt. I'm saying there are allegations. It may not be true.
Oh, yeah.
But were he, I don't care if you're a corrupt clown or right. If you're a clown, it doesn't matter if you're a corrupt one. I mean, then I don't need your clown. I don't need your clapping, your dancing.
Yeah, definitely.
If it turns out, and we don't know, that the allegations against Ballmer are true, then he's just a corrupt clown, and I don't need the clown. But if he's a really if they're not true and it's been falsely accused and he's just a cool clown, I'm down with cool clowns.
Yeah, he's a cool clown.
I like Bozo back in the day.
Yeah, he entertained,
but bad
right?
clowns are bad, man. Did you read it? I did.
I didn't read it.
It's messed up. Don't read
the movie's crazy though.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a plot point at the end. It's okay.
I know about that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it in the movie?
It's not.
That's
it's
good.
not, yeah.
It shouldn't be. That particular storytelling device is so on fire, it just turned to ash. All right, D-Mac and Reiter. I know we got to go. Sorry, I said to go quick and I went slow. Mick Cronin. I don't like Mick Cronin, so I'm just going to tell you, full disclosure, I'm not, from a distance, I'm not a fan. So
okay.
That's your team, though.
Mick Cronin, as a proud UCLA Bruin, it's on fire, all the way on fire.
You want his career to live on?
Look, if Mick Cronin does not win a national championship in the next 2 years, fired. If he doesn't get to the Elite Eight this year, I think he gets fired. I mean, Mick Cronin has UCLA basketball in basketball purgatory, right? It's good enough to keep hope alive, not good enough to cut down the nets. And if John Wooden walked into Pauley Pavilion today, I think that he'd be disgraced. I think that I absolutely do. I think that if John Wooden went into Pauley Pavilion and saw, wait a minute, you guys only have won one banner after me? Are you kidding me? John Wooden has a quote, don't measure yourself by what you have accomplished, but by what you should have accomplished with your ability. UCLA should have better players, more talent, more national championships. Mick Cronin, get it done this year or get out.
You were going to hold on to that quote like a dog with a bone. Didn't matter hard out. You were you're reading that quote.
You know me too well.
You know me too well. It's the stat thing. Because you got your eyes light up. I'm like, there's a stat coming.
I'm jealous of you for a lot of reasons, but you met John Wooden, you met Vin Scully, and it's great stuff.
Many people are jealous of me for those reasons. The most jealous, I've met Doug McCain. All right, last one, quickly. Lincoln Riley. I think it should be on fire. Heating up?
I would say it's on fire. I really do. I think if he has
there.
a bad season, here's the thing about Lincoln Riley. They owe him a ton of money, but this is USC. USC should be returning to glory. USC football is what UCLA basketball is. They should be chasing and winning national championships every 5 to 10 years. They should be an elite program. They have not made the college football playoff. He's treated USC like it's his half-retirement home. Lincoln Riley needs to get it done this season. If he doesn't make the college football playoff, I think the USC Trojans should fire Lincoln Riley.
Hell to the yes. You know what? Your seat is ice cold because that's a fire of a take.
Fire take.
One of the things we're going to do here on D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, is try and keep it real 100, cut through the BS, tell it like it is, even if that pisses people off. There's a colleague out there who covers the NBA I have a ton of respect for. I like the guy. I've had dinner with him. He is acting like a puppet for Clutch Sports, and we're going to tell you about it, not because I want to go after this guy, but I want to protect you from getting spun. That's our job, truth-telling on Bronny James and Clutch, and a major media outlet that covers LA sports next, here on D-Mac and Reiter. What up? Welcome back into the show. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by Detail A Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Bro, we're going to get to this Bronny thing in like 60 seconds. If you want to call us, 855-97 LA Fan. You can also hang out on the stream at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. Get in the comments section, hit the like button. I cannot believe Argentina came back again, dude.
That was something special. That was absolutely incredible to see what Lionel Messi and Argentina were able to pull off. It felt like they were finally going to lose a close game. Nope. The soccer Thanos said, I'm inevitable, snapped his fingers, a couple assists on both, right? On both those goals?
On both those, yeah.
Dude's ridiculous, man.
I'm gonna speak in the love language of our shared friend Jerry Harrison Jr. because he's a Jordan guy. Not everybody saw Jordan. Bomani Jones had a really great take the other. Are you a Bomani Jones guy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, that guy's so smart. His thing about his argument for Jordan over LeBron was, I saw Jordan. I saw both. If you didn't see it, you don't understand. And it's a great take. It's also hard to argue with if you're younger, which makes it kind of unfair because you can't prove a negative. Putting aside the GOAT conversation, those people who saw Jordan will understand what I'm talking about, where when Jordan and the Bulls were down in playoff games during both their three-peats, you knew they were going to win. It didn't matter what the score was. It didn't matter who they were playing. It didn't matter if they were on the road. I've never had a sense of inevitability since Jordan, maybe Tiger, until this Messi Argentina team, where they're not supposed to. I mean, they're down and they're down and they're down, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the score is or where we're at.
Exactly. That's the thing about Messi. You can feel it coming. You know it's inevitable. And with Michael Jordan, I was able to see some of those Bulls championships. I think the first memories was just watching the Bulls and Michael Jordan. And you just knew that he was going to win one way or the other. Whether it be, you look at Game 6 in 1998, it was Jordan ripping the ball away from Karl Malone and making the shot over Russell. Like, defensively, offensively, they're going to make a play happen to Messi. In this case, it doesn't mean he has to score the goal. All the attention that he attracts, man, it's insane.
The gravity.
And just, know they want it. The moment's theirs. The moment is always there. They're always going to deliver, and they just make it feel a certain way. And, yeah, Lionel Messi, dude, like, the debate is who's the second best soccer player of all time, because he's number one.
One of the magical things about soccer, and those of you that are sort of new to it or being brought in, is that in a club season, in what I guess for to Americanize the term, in a regular season. And speaking of which, we're going to have Greg Vanney on the show, the excellent head coach of the LA Galaxy, in an hour, so we can talk to him about this. In a club season, the better team tends to win more often. It's kind of like baseball or maybe the NBA, where there's a big enough sample size. But in a tournament like the World Cup, it's just one match, anything can happen. And a lot of times, teams will be the better team, and against the run of play, the team that's not as good will win, and that'll demoralize the team. I thought England had their moments and had their moments where they were bright. I thought Argentina was the much better squad over the course of the match, and they were still down 1-0 in the 87th minute. A lot of teams would go, this isn't fair. We've already played our best soccer. We're screwed. The clock's ticking away, and kind of crumble under the weight of what feels like the unfairness. And that Argentina just continues to go, no, we're better, and we'll figure it out, even though we only have 30 seconds left, or 10 seconds, or 10 minutes. It's a testament to that level of belief, and that's Messi, I think, being part of that team.
Exactly. I mean, I felt that, too. I judge who's dominating by how many times you go, ooh, ah, for the almost scores.
I yell too loud, dude.
Yeah, you're up there, man. You got to protect the voice, man.
Well,
you got to protect
can you hear it?
Yeah.
I'm a little sick.
A little under the weather, man.
And you know how I got sick? My favorite person.
Don't do the cheers before the show.
I'm in a box. I was yelling yesterday, and our boss, Andrew, turned to me and goes, bro, you got to stop yelling.
What are you talking about? You were going crazy. But, you point out right after he hit that, about the right foot, and the fact that it was a cross assist, like that second assist.
Opposite foot, dude.
And that's what's so special about Messi is he doesn't try to force it as a goal scorer. It's like they're playing soccer and he's the conductor, right? He's conducting out there, and he knows everything you need to do to win a soccer game at the highest level. Never looks nervous, never looks phased. He's just constantly being active and making things happen. Hey, man, we get to see the greatest players ever in real time. And Lionel Messi's the best example of that right now.
All right, so I have some experience with clutch sports. I have some experience with LeBron James. I have some experience with being manipulated and trying to fight that battle. And so I have sympathy for people who have to make a living navigating that every single day. And this is not a criticism of Dan Wojcicki, but Dan Wojcicki in The Athletic wrote a story that is making some news about Bronny James. And it has, I think, as intended, sparked a lot of conversations about, is Bronny really great and is he underrated? The kind of conversations that I think people want. The kind of will he be. In fact, the headline is, it's written as an analysis, is Bronny James' NBA future tied to LeBron's? Not necessarily. No, let me just start here. Not necessarily is one of those sort of non-answer answers. If the answer was no, that would be news. Not necessarily isn't actually news. In fact, the story that Dan Wojcicki writes, I first saw it from a tweet where I'm gonna read you his tweet because I want to emphasize this, because this is the sly way that Clutch Sports, and I understand this, will find reporters who will write the narrative they want, the truth in a way that is presented as if it's news, to push the idea that the Lakers are invested in Bronny. But if you kind of get down to it, a journalist ethics, and Wojcicki's an ethical person, will come through and tell you the real story. So the emphasis is mine, but listen to this. This is the tweet from Dan Wojcicki putting the story out that's made a lot of news and a lot of conversations, including on this station, about, is Bronny really great and all. Okay, this is the tweet. Quote, Bronny James is with the Lakers at their vet camp. And if you knew what the Lakers thought of him, that's less surprising than you'd think. And why the assumptions about his future are kind of false. What do you mean kind of false? They're kind of false? The assumptions about his future are almost false? If they're false, that's a story. If the assumptions that he's not going to be a Laker because daddy got him the job are incorrect, that's a story. If they're kind of maybe sort of not true, that's not a story. And I read the tweet and my alarm went off because I've dealt with these guys. This is in Dan wrote a seven paragraph analysis at Los Angeles. And I'm telling you, it's just meant to trick you into thinking that Bronny is a part of the Lakers' future. One of those 7 paragraphs, by the way, is a quote that Bronny gave to Dan Wojcicki, I believe, to The Athletic in March. So it's 6 paragraphs of supposed new information. Here's the second paragraph of that story. Emphasis is mine. It goes blah, 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 what's going to happen with Bronny. Then second paragraph. But Bronny James, he's still with the Lakers, and he isn't necessarily going anywhere. That's not news. I'm not necessarily going to London in 5 minutes. I'm not necessarily going to, sacrifice a live chicken to help myself hit more home runs Major League style. What are we talking about? All right. There's more of this. I'm just going to read you more of a story, and the emphasis is mine. While LeBron and Bronny playing together as teammates was one of the more incredible storylines following that 2024 NBA draft. Let me stop there. The 7-paragraph analysis that has sparked conversations about how much the Lakers are invested in Bronny, that has multiple qualifiers that I've already read you, and has a quote that's 3 or 4 months old, which is checks notes as a former journalist, newspaper journalist, not news, also frames the entire thing as, while LeBron and Bronny playing together as teammates was one of the more incredible storylines. Look, either Dan is trying to play you, got played, or mistyped the word mocked. Because whether you think Bronny deserved to be there or not be there, the idea it was one of the more incredible storylines just straight out of the Clutch Sports playbook. Do you know how I know? I've written about Bronny. I've had these conversations. I've had these guys sell me on, what the story is. No, I'd like to know. My notebook's out, dude. Tell me the story, Clutch person, a year and a half ago. This is one of the most incredible stories in NBA history. This is the kind of drivel, sorry, Dan, that infuriates me, that does manipulate people. And Clutch are smart. There's nothing going on. There's nothing happening in the sports world. And so this story makes a lot of news. And people come on the radio, and people go on television, and people write columns, people get on social media, and they go, man, the Lakers are really invested in Bronny James. No, they're not. The word's not necessarily, kind of false. Here's the big graph. LeBron's departure from the Lakers after 8 seasons isn't viewed as anything related to Bronny standing with the team. All right, let me stop there. Why would LeBron's departure have anything to do with LeBron standing with the team? LeBron's departure is about LeBron. The other way around might be true. Bronny standing with the team might have something to do with LeBron going away. This is all word games. But then he writes, while anything can happen, then why are you writing this story? While anything can happen, the younger James is well-liked in the Lakers locker room and a respected worker who has improved greatly in his 2 years within the organization. That's the analysis. The analysis is anything could happen, including he'll go somewhere else, but don't worry, everybody likes him at the water cooler. This isn't a story. This isn't news. Kind of false, isn't necessarily leaving. Anything can happen. This is the greatest story of all time. This is a press release, Doug, and it pisses me off because people in LA are busy, and there aren't many media anymore who will go out there and just say, look, I read this thing from Dan Wojcicki, and he's beloved. He's a great guy. I like him. Everybody likes him. He's a really nice dude. He's very well respected. This is garbage, dude. I'm sorry, it is. It's manipulation. There's no news in here. And so you should just know the real takeaway here, in my opinion, is that having covered LeBron, they're so worried in LeBron's camp. They're so unsure what they're going to do with Bronny James that they're trying to spin the narrative that he's valuable to the Lakers. And why maybe would Clutch Sports and LeBron have no clue what the Lakers think of Bronny James? Because LeBron wouldn't even deign to speak to the Lakers or take their phone calls before he left. So, of course, they're probably not breaking down a path to LeBron's door or to Rich Paul's door to tell them how they feel about Bronny James.
Wow, go off, King. That was great, man. Honestly, I think with Dan Wojcicki, with LeBron James, with Clutch, with Rich Paul, the Lakers, I mean, LeBron James, I think what he did ultimately to Bronny was selfish. I really ultimately do. I think that Bronny James was a part of LeBron's dream to be able to play with him. The truth is, I look at someone like a Bronny James, and sure, nepotism absolutely involved. The guy was born on third base. It felt like he won the valedictorian of his school because his dad was the principal and the semester hadn't even started, right? Like, he's a guy that is the worst example of nepotism. I mean, I haven't seen nepotism this bad since Jaden Smith was forced down our throat as the next star actor, right? And Karate Kid was terrible. So I think that LeBron James, having Bronny James in that role, where yes, you get drafted at the 55th pick. And if you're Bronny James, you probably would have benefited from the normal route. Because the truth is, half the guys that get drafted at 55 don't make an appearance. And I look at a guy like Scottie Pippen Jr., right? He doesn't get drafted, goes to G League, works his way up, then he finds a role as a role player, and he does it the organic way where it feels earned. Bronny James' growth was stunted because of this. Because, yes, you were thrown into a playoff series, you had some respectable numbers, but the truth is he needed to be at a mid-major or a college that maybe even USC wants more for another season and develop the right way. And I think he's always going to be known by this. The dude took the helicopter up Mount Everest, man, and it didn't help his growth, dude. And I think that this was selfish by LeBron, and I think Bronny James could have kind of became a pretty decent role player. But once his contract is over, I don't think he's going to get a second contract in this league. I think that he could retire before LeBron.
Can I give you my favorite? I love the comp you just made, and we're doing lots of comps of athletes with family who played in the league. Mine is Gary Payton II, undrafted, right? West Coast guy, very, very similar, almost exactly the same measurables at the combine. Had a high defensive sort of ceiling, but had to work on that part of his game. Wasn't a great shooter, but got good enough. Very athletic, high IQ. GP2 is a beloved guy whenever locker room he goes into because he works his tail off and carries that name in a way that is not off-putting. I think I've met Bronny. I think he's very impressive as a young man. And by the way, I'm not mad at Bronny. I'm mad at Dan Wojcicki a little bit, but not even that. Dan's got to make a living. But I'm certainly mad at Clutch for trying to fool everybody and for sort of playing these games and pulling these strings. I'm with you, dude. I think that I'm not judging LeBron as a father because I wouldn't want to be judged as a father. I wouldn't judge you as a father. I think LeBron loves his son, and I respect that. But you can love your kids and sometimes be a little too overbearing or a little too much of a helicopter parent. God knows I've done it, and I'm glad I don't have to do it under the public spotlight. Doesn't change the fact that all these conversations today about Bronny James being the Lakers are all in. If you read the story, it does not say that. It says maybe. It says not necessarily. It says maybe he's not going somewhere. It says he's really well liked when he's picking up towels with the rest of it. I mean, it doesn't read. We read it for you, but if you don't believe me, it's literally 7 paragraphs long, and 2 of the paragraphs are 30 words each, and 1 of the paragraphs is a quote. It's 4 graphs of maybe, I don't know, it's possible, qualifier, Bronny could stay here, we're not really sure. That's not news, that is spin. All right, D-Mac and Reiter ran over here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Let's nominate some D-Mac and Reiter heroes. Nominees next on D-Mac and Reiter. All right, welcome back into the show. D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. Little programming note here on the program. You and I will not be here tomorrow. James Coe will be in for us, the excellent James Coe from the James Coe Show, which is normally 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., and then we'll be back at it on Friday. And speaking of back at it, it is time to nominate some of our D-Mac and Reiter heroes of the day, at least the nominees. Our guy Ryan Bershinger, because Sammy's off today, will narrow the list down to 4, so blame him if you don't like the finalists. And then you will get to vote on the eventual winner, which we will announce at the end of the show. You vote over on YouTube at The Fan LA, at The Fan LA. D-Mac, my man, my friend, hit me with your first nominee.
I know you didn't like the All-Star game, but my favorite thing about it was that Justin Robleski had 5 strikeouts. So it was the first time since 1999 that a pitcher had 5 punch-outs in an All-Star game. The last guy to do it was Pedro Martinez, who gave him the nickname the Shark. So I'm going Robo, man. He had a nice showing in the All-Star game. It was good stuff.
I mean, man, look at how many times the National League had 30 at-bats, dude. They struck out 15 times.
It's a lot of strikeouts.
That's terrible.
It's a lot of strikeouts.
Did you watch the whole thing?
No, definitely not. I definitely had it in the background, but didn't lock in when I saw Dodgers players. A little moment with Bryce Harper at the end where he struck out. But look, it wasn't great. It wasn't great TV. But look, the Dodgers showed out. Robo had his night.
They had him throw 29 pitches.
I know, getting his work in, baby.
He threw almost as many pitches as Sanchez did.
Yeah,
who started the game.
He was doing his thing, man.
Where's your pitch count outrage now?
I wasn't happy about the pitch count. No, for him, he's a young guy. Let him burn.
It's 29.
He'll go to the bullpen at some point.
I'm going to nominate the obvious one, the easy one. He'll finish second. He won't win. I don't know why, but Messi. The 2 assists, the World Cup magic, the glory and excellence, the inevitability. The guy is so, and if you're an England fan, I really am sorry.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I'm going Miguel Vargas, former Dodger, in a rare trade where both teams won. Miguel Vargas was a part of the trade that landed L.A. Tommy Edman, who would go on to win the NLCS MVP in 2024. Michael Kopech, who was pivotal out of the bullpen. Miggy Vargas, a top prospect for the Dodgers, including that deal. Reason why I'm talking about this is because, hey, Major League Baseball, look at the Dodgers prospects. When you trade for them, you do well. Look at that, Detroit. You could find your next Miguel Vargas as a part of the Tarek Skubal trade. Yep, I had to do it.
Do you know what I like about you?
Yo.
You're always playing an angle.
Yeah.
And when you did that, I was trying to figure out what the angle was. And you announced it.
There we go.
And I respect the hell out of it.
Get your next Miggy Varg.
I respect the hell out of it. I'll go. We just did sort of tiers of coaches. I'm going to do this in a very lukewarm kind of way. I will go Pete Crow Armstrong. Not just the hit. He did say, I think it was after the game, I don't know when it was, that one of his favorite places to play, maybe his favorite place to play, is Dodger Stadium, which felt like a mea culpa, which felt like the beginning of maybe a LA apology tour for his "those fans suck" garbage. So I'm not even sure he deserves any votes, but I will nominate him because it feels like he's approaching the important words that everyone should learn to say, I was wrong.
Wow. Little PCA. When he came here to L.A., it was Eat Crow Armstrong because he had a bad series, but dude has had a great season.
And he got a third of the National League's hits and only one at bat.
Yeah, you got to give him credit, too. He showed out.
What a game.
I will say, Major League Baseball needs more Pete Crow Armstrongs. Guys that have personality, the guys that aren't afraid to talk, and that are extremely, extremely talented and great at baseball.
That contract is looking okay, actually.
It is. That's a good deal. And he just kind of feels like a Cub, kind of the face of that franchise from here on out. Okay, I'm going Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett, he won the ESPY for the best NFL player, and football it's fast approaching. And by the way, there's one thing I don't. So he's big into he's a big dinosaur enthusiast and a paleontologist.
I wish this conversation were extinct. But please continue.
Hey, are you doing the thing where you're saying that I'm pandering?
Yeah.
How? He won an award.
The ESPYs are stupid. They subtract from the sum of all human knowledge. I saw an ESPY alert on my phone, and I almost threw my phone away.
Yeah.
I was so mad at my phone. The ESPYs are stupid.
So the ESPYs are stupid unless they're for players that I like, and then I can celebrate them a little bit.
Create your own award, fine, but they don't make it always idiotic and dumb. I can go through so many ESPYs where I just roll my eyes like, okay.
Hey, look, the ESPYs are. I'm not a big ESPY guy, but I mean, I will.
I can tell.
But hey,
bring it up here on the show.
Look, I'm excied about football. Excited about the Rams.
You're pandering.
I had to find a reason to talk about Myles Garrett, dude. We're almost here.
He's your hero nominee because he was the best player in football last year, which you already knew.
Yeah, but like we're celebrating it.
Am I being unfair, Bush? No, he's saying no. Okay. No. Oh, wow. I was.
Hey, the thing about Myles Garrett too.
Oh, there's more. Yeah, more. Okay, there's more.
Well, let's continue. Actually,
no, I want to hear it. I quit not on the job.
No,
just on the nominees.
No, you got yours. I mean, we're gonna see. I think that the fact that too he's like embracing LA lifestyle too, and that you see him. He was at the World Cup game. It's cool. I didn't know that he had Well, yeah, he was at the recent one.
Right. This is a newsy segment.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm aware that he's great.
Yeah.
It's like me nominating Yoshi.
He's a legitimate candidate.
Is he?
Why are you gatekeeping hero candidates?
I am gatekeeping because I'm mad at the
Okay,
Athletics.
wait. Bill can nominate soccer players that have zero affiliation with this city, but I say
it has to. It's in the news. Messi just finished.
Myles Garrett's in the news
for the ESPYs,
and he posted an Instagram story of an Aaron Donald jersey. He's
He's
a part of the pulse of this city. The fabric of this community.
Oh my gosh.
Football is on the horizon.
I think the audience is smart enough to know what you're doing.
Okay.
I know what you're doing, and I'm not smart. I mean, I am gatekeeping, aren't I?
Yeah.
In fairness, I'm pretty pissed off at the Athletic for trying to pull the Bronny James okie dokie. Hey, we got some breaking news. You click on it. Big Bronny news. He's not necessarily going to leave, and everyone likes him, and it's the greatest story of all time. So I might be gatekeeping just because I was gatekeeping that. And then I sort of stretching those gatekeeping muscles.
The momentum kind of bladed it.
It's not the shirt. No, it's good. It's a good shirt. I think it's the shirt I'm wearing, actually. This is very much. All right. Myles Garrett, outstanding. I'm writing it down. Outstanding nominee. I don't have any. I don't have any more. I give up.
I got to give Cody Bellinger nominee too. All-Star Game MVP, once a Dodger, always a Dodger, one of the most popular Dodgers players the last 10 years, and now he... Wait, Cody Bellinger.
You can't say once a Dodger, always a Dodger if there's like 5 Dodgers where that doesn't apply to.
How about this? On Friday, there's 5 famous, like there's the Josh Reddicks, the Manny Machados, there's some of the hated Dodgers, but Cody Bellinger, he's like my version of how you love and always bring up Corey Seager. He's my version. But I'm a Belly Ever.
It's a poor man's Shaq Kobe, except they were like really good friends and they were roommates. But you gravitated to one always. Yeah. I wasn't a big Bellinger guy.
You weren't?
No. I was okay. Yeah.
Cody Bellinger
was one boss year for the Dodgers.
Had the Hotel California as his walk-up song.
Okay.
One MVP, Rookie of the Year.
Should we nominate the Eagles for Hero of the Day? Come on, man. I'm feeling a little mean today, aren't I?
I love it.
I think it's got me sick.
Cody Bellinger.
Let me say the words that I said that. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I'm drunk, Doug. Myles Garrett is a great nominee.
I agree.
And I love the ESPYs.
Yeah. No, that's...
Don't vote for him.
That's a 0.
Don't reward this.
ESPYs are a 0, Bronny's a 0, and there's some zeros, too.
You're 100, though, in my heart and on this show. Greg Vanney, the LA Galaxy head coach, will be here in 30 minutes. But first, the unwritten rules of baseball, and D-Mac's going to try to sell me on all of them, even the ones he hates. Next on D-Mac and Reiter. Reiter. This is D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com. You were just saying, man, we keep it real here. We are not afraid.
Keep it 100. We keep it a buck. That's definitely what we do on this show.
You basically accurately fired Lincoln Riley. You put him not. You know what you put him on? You put him on a not a PIP. It'd be a KIP, a coach improvement plan.
I love that.
You will improve USC super paid supposed super coach, or you will be gone.
This is LA, man. This is the city of champions. You win a championship, you get a couple years to try to do it. If you don't, you're gone. Bye-bye.
Maybe you can call The Athletic and they can write a report about how Lincoln Riley overachieving.
Yeah, maybe they can.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's not necessarily winning, but he could be overachieving, possibly, maybe.
There's a good chance. Who knows?
Signed The Athletic.
Yeah.
I'm going to Monster Jam on Friday. I'm very excited. And Monster Jam is coming to Crypto.com Arena this weekend, July 17th to the 19th, for anybody that wants to go. Nothing compares. In fact, I haven't done it, so I'm excited to experience to the one and only Monster Jam with awesome trucks, amazing stunts, big air, and action-packed excitement. It's the definition of fun for everyone. See the world's most popular trucks like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Smarkle Smash, and more only at Monster Jam. You can't get this kind of wow just anywhere. Once you experience Monster Jam live, you'll become a fan for life. That is the copy I read, and I'm not kidding. It's basically what my daughter's boyfriend, who loves Monster Jam, and my son, who watches on YouTube, told me. It's supposed to be amazing. So you can get your tickets on AXS.com. That's AXS.com, AXS.com. Or right now, you can call 855-97-LA-FAN. Get 2 tickets to Friday night's Monster Jam at Crypto.com. If your caller number, you tell me, pal.
You know, we've been kind of going easy on. Let's do caller number 9.
Caller number 9.
Caller number 9.
Make Bursch work for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bursch is answering.
Light him up.
Bursch just gave you a, you know what he looked you like? He looked you like Gravedigger looks at, you know what I'm saying? Something's about to get smashed. Monster Jam. All right. I'm really excited to go on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have music for this, don't we? It's time. Do you want to, you know what? My voice is shot. Do you want to introduce the segment however the hell you want?
It's time for the unwritten rules of baseball.
Here's how it'll work. Doug is the defense attorney representing Major League Baseball and the rules they have that are, in fact, unwritten. Bill Reiter, that's me, is a judge and jury and will pass judgment on whether they're worthy of the status unwritten rules.
The unwritten rules of baseball.
Okay, I'm excited about this segment.
In the first one, let's get hot right out of the gates.
Okay.
Ready? Let's get spicy.
How many do we have?
Let's get a rise there. It's a good amount.
Okay.
But we'll spend more on some others.
It's amazing. It's your dream. You're driving. we have Greg. Just tell you, we have Greg Vanney at 3:30.
Okay.
We're on a clock.
Let's rock it, baby. Okay.
I'm ready.
First one. You don't bunt to break up a no-hitter.
Okay.
You don't bunt to break up a perfect game. Get in the box. Try to get a hit. Don't lay down a bunt. This is a special occasion. You do not do that under any circumstances. Get a real hit, not a bunt.
I'm going to ask Ryan Ward this later, but for right now, Bill Reiter, judge and jury, declares that unwritten rule is stupid. Bro, I would bunt in a heartbeat.
Oh, come on.
I'm going to ask Ryan Ward, Dodger outfielder, who's on the show in an hour.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're not going to sell me on that one.
Okay.
That's like me trying to convince you that Shohei Ohtani should play baseball.
You
know what I'm saying?
It's you got to give them a chance to try to get you out.
You are welcome to make whatever argument you want. You are incorrect.
It's like if you're playing Monopoly, you want to flip the board over, or you're playing chess, flip the board over. You want to do stuff like that?
You just walked into my house because that's how the segment was set up. And in this case, you're wrong, Doug.
Okay.
That unwritten rule's stupid.
How about this one?
All right.
You don't swing on a 3-0 count when your team is comfortably ahead. If you're up by 10 runs or more, you do not swing up 3-0, okay? Why are you doing it for? You already have enough runs. Let's have a little more class, a little more dignity. You don't need to show up the pitcher. You don't need the stats in that situation. Let's have a little bit more ethics in that situation. You're not doing that.
I'm running these down. I agree. That is a good unwritten rule.
Oh, so you're cool now.
I'm here for it, yeah.
Okay.
You looked at me with a lot of judgment. I liked it.
All right.
You looked at me like I did it.
How about this one? You know what?
Talk to me.
Don't admire your home run. Don't show up the pitcher and stare him down like you're Yasiel Puig and I'm Madison Bumgarner. Okay, I don't want to see that. You hit your home run, you round the bases, you get back into that dugout, okay? Don't pimp the home runs by showing up the pitcher.
You don't believe this, do you?
It's not important right now.
What'd you say?
It's not important.
I thought you said something else that I was like, oh.
Okay, that's not important right now. There's
glad I
some
heard it
diction on that one. Okay. All right. Ready?
Wait, do you want my answer?
Oh, yeah.
You just want to go through them?
No, I'm scared of the interview.
You are?
Oh, I'm not getting through these.
That is a stupid. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a stupid unwritten rule.
Thank you.
Admire your home run as much as you want.
Really?
Yeah.
No dignity, no class. I don't love that from you, Bill. Where's the old school, Bill? Okay, next one.
All right.
Do not steal bases if your team is ahead by a certain amount of runs. I think we'll use the 10-run limit right here. You're talking about Michael Jordan earlier?
I disagree with this one.
You do?
Situationally, if the player in question is a base stealer, that's part of his sort of value, and he sees the opportunity to stat pad, then stop him.
I mean, if you're up 50-0 in a football game, are you going to throw Hail Marys? No.
What if Shohei Ohtani is at 59 stolen bases and 60 home runs in the final game of the year, and the Dodgers up 11-1 in the eighth? Can he steal second?
Yes.
I know you'd have him out, but...
Yes, he can.
Okay.
For this lawyer, I'll break that. By the way, 1994, Michael Jordan, when he was at the minor league level, he did steal a base when his minor league team, the Barons, were up 11-0, and Terry Francona had to go talk to him, and MJ was like, that's stupid. I thought it was a good rule. So, I mean, I thought it was a dumb rule. So, I think it's pretty cool that Michael Jordan kind of contested it. So, hey, there's a call in your favor, but it feels like you think this is kind of silly. You don't like it.
I would steal the bases.
Okay. All right, next unwritten rule
This music makes me want to talk
of baseball.
real seriously.
Okay.
I ate a taco for lunch.
Do not stand on the dirt near home plate when the pitcher is warming up.
That is that sounds so stupid.
It's a
You're
real
going to
one.
explain that to me. Wait. I'm in the batter. Wait. Oh, when the pitcher's warming up, like guy comes in from the bullpen.
Yeah.
Or the pitcher's warming up
Yeah.
between after the third inning.
You got to get it far away.
I can't stand on the dirt.
No.
What part of the dirt?
Basically where the grass meets the dirt. Like, I mean, well, you outside the batter's box, basically.
I'm the next one up.
Yeah.
Obviously. I think that's stupid.
Okay, I agree with you there.
Deal with it. Deal with it, dude.
How about this
Throw
one?
it at me.
This is one I'm very curious.
Okay. Why are our voices going lower?
If a pitcher...
Unwritten rule.
This music has an effect on me.
have a baritone.
If a
this
pitcher
segment.
has a no-hitter going, it is taboo to go talk to the pitcher during an ongoing no-hitter. I think that you got to let him focus.
Great
You
rule.
don't talk to him.
Don't talk to him.
It's a great rule, right?
He can talk to you. Don't talk to him.
Okay.
Let him in the zone.
That one's fine.
It's funny because you agree, right?
I do absolutely
You
agree.
like my voice?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about you. You are a very social guy. When you're in the office, you're like, hey, rainbows, jokes, let me juggle. You're literally juggling yesterday. But about an hour before the show, people that don't know this, Doug vanishes.
Oh, come on.
You do. And you lock in and you focus. That's why you're so good at this job. I don't go find you. I want to. I miss you. I want to tell you some jokes. Sometimes you got to let people alone to just lock in. If a guy's in the middle of a no-hitter, leave him alone. When I played baseball, I mean, this is like traveling team back when I was in 8th grade or whatever. I can remember a guy had a no-hitter in the 3rd or 4th inning once, and one of the guys started talking to him, and we nearly, we basically almost did 8th grade justice. You know?
Yeah.
When the guy gave up 2 hits in the next inning.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, right? Like,
Why are you talking to Wes?
don't talk to me. I mean, it's like a surgeon. You don't talk to him right before he's about to make his most important surgical move. Like, you don't talk to those dudes. Same thing with pitchers. They're very sensitive about this stuff.
Now I'm gonna make the cut that could save his. Oh, look at the score, Messi!
Exactly. Scalpel. Hey, what's going on, surgeon? What's up, doc?
We won the game. We lost to patience.
All right, ready?
Yes, I am.
Don't ever step on the foul line. If you're a pitcher going into the dugout,
That's
you do
dumb.
not step on. I think I love that one.
I wouldn't.
I
do it.
love that.
I have a little
one.
OCD in me. I have a lot of OCD in me. I would not enforce the rule.
I mean, but it's a good rule
What?
to follow. So the kind of the rules, if you do it, is it bad luck, right?
Okay, that's a different. I won't step.
It
on,
is an unwritten rule. You don't want to step on that
I'm
on
not
that
going.
foul line.
I'm not going under a ladder, right?
That's what it's like.
Oh,
It's
dude,
like
Lori-
walking under a ladder.
Lori made me take a picture of this the other day. Speaking of which, and I was supposed to send it to you, and I didn't because I guess I didn't miss you as much as I pretended. I had to go to an open house. We went to an open house in Playa Vista just to look at some stuff. I had to call a number. first 3 numbers of the phone number were 6s, and I almost didn't call it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's the unlucky thing.
Yeah, you hate that.
I don't like it.
I forgot where we looked up.
So even though I'm not down on that rule, I get what it's like to be superstitious.
It's like knocking on wood, right? You think it's stupid, but you do it every time,
do it.
right?
Yeah.
Do you throw the salt over your shoulder?
Never done that.
You haven't done that? You should add that.
I'm wasting
to your
salt.
superstition.
I like salt.
Okay, next one.
I do.
I feel like you're pretty open to that. Okay,
Talk to me.
you do not swing at the first pitch of an at-bat if the pitcher has allowed back-to-back home runs. I think this one.
Wait, I've never heard that before.
It's an old school one. This is dipping back to old school. I mean,
Wait. You don't. Why?
It's they. If you read stories from back in the 60s and 70s, they would actually honor this one. It's a very dumb one.
Is it?
I can't even sell this one. Even though I'm the best lawyer at this firm here, it's tough for me to sell.
You're Denny Crane, part 2. You ever watch that? Boston Legal?
No.
Denny Crane. Really? I found something you haven't seen.
Really?
Denny Crane.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Pure charisma. Hold on. I want to understand this. So, a pitcher has surrendered back-to-back home runs. He remains in the game. I come to the plate.
And you don't swing at the first pitch.
Out of kindness to him because he's struggling, or because the
It's just
presumption
a
is he's
weird
going to
thing.
throw a ball?
I mean,
Can you just give me the logic, though? You don't know?
Maybe just to kind of like reset, like fair play. I don't know. It's like almost like I would say like a boxer going up and doing like, but that's kind of dumb because you're setting yourself for another strike in the count. So I'm with you. I do not like this one. I want. I'm very interested in you though. This one is Bill Reiter written all over. Ready?
Just real quick, that last one is so dumb.
Yeah.
I would swing at the first pitch every time if it's in the strike, anywhere near the strike zone.
Oh yeah, you want to hit the 3rd straight home run, right?
Yeah,
exactly. I don't care if a team hits 20 straight home runs, you're still swinging at the first pitch. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
A pitcher should not indicate displeasure or show up any of his teammates if they make an error behind him. So if the shortstop makes an error, you don't look in and say, oh, what kind of terrible play was that? You don't put your arms up. If the center fielder drops a ball, you don't look back and look disgruntled. This is an interesting one.
That's a good one. Okay,
you don't do that. Those are your teammates, Bill. Don't show them up.
Shohei Ohtani did that to Dalton Rushing.
It's tough to hide sometimes.
No, it's hard to hide your... Oh, so here's what I'll say. And you tell me what's sort of this is really being... This is exactitudism. There's a fine line between a rule and sort of a mistake, right? I think that should not happen, but people are going to lose their emotion. They're going to lose their cool. So if it happens once, like it did with Shohei, I'm fine with it. If it's a constant theme, I'm down with this rule. If this is something that as a pitcher you're doing a lot of the time, but this is another way of saying, don't be an a-hole. I mean, that's kind of very similar, right?
Exactly.
Don't throw your guys under the bus.
There are situations where even Clayton Kershaw, especially as a rookie.
Oh, no, he would do that. It was funny you said that. That's who I was thinking about.
There are moments.
Not just a rookie, bro.
Look at Shohei Ohtani with Dalton Rushing.
I just brought that up.
Yeah, I know. But the difference between that, though, in Kershaw.
But you told me like I didn't know about it.
No, I mean, I'm just doubling down what you're saying, right? So the difference between what he does with Kershaw is Kershaw throw his hands up, right? He'll actually throw his hands up like, what are you doing? Shohei's more of a look. It's subtle.
And Shohei's was so striking because he shows a little emotion.
Exactly. And that's the thing, too. Yeah. He does show emotion.
Contextually, yeah.
Okay, this one is a big one. You do not look back at the catcher when he's given his signs. If you're a batter, you do not steal signs and look back at your catcher.
100% agree.
You agree?
Now, yes, but here's what I will say. You 1,000% can steal them through other people in the ballpark. If you have a guy in second and he relays, you can't use a camera. But I think if there's, I mean, the likely way this happens is the guy on second base steals the sign 100%. I'll also add, are you going to do tipping pitches? If guys are tipping, I'm here for it. Protect your own strategy. Protect your own.
But this is you're a batter in the box. You're looking back. If it's your teammate on second base and you're not hiding signs, it's different.
Look, I'm not going to pretend that I played a lot of baseball, but I was pretty good at it when I played. Right, I switched to tennis in high school, but played baseball my whole life up till then, just for fun, relatively successfully. I would never have done that. And I would bunt a perfect game away, but I would never look back. The fact that you even brought that up, how that's like a rule is don't punch your colleague in the face. I mean, that just should be understood.
Yeah, it's cheating. It's cheating. I mean, it's cheating. It's that
deserves to get hit.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go ahead. I am okay with.
It's a good segue because this is kind of an old school one. I talk to players about this stuff.
Okay,
is if you were in the box and you get hit by a pitch, you don't rub the spot where you were hit. It was kind of a toughness thing.
I agree.
You agree?
I do.
Oh, I'm calling the trainers out?
No.
I'm getting iced? No. I think that one, but So you agree with that one?
Well, I'm going to wait till the pitcher's not looking. So, like, I'm going to be, like, totally tough. And then I used to crowd the plate. And I'm left-handed, so guys didn't know how to pitch on the inside part of the plate to me. I got hit a lot. I'd stare him down. Then once he turned around, I'd be like, oh, my shoulder, Daddy.
Yeah.
Coach. Yeah.
Hey, how about this one?
Talk to me.
Position players pitching. It's not an unwritten rule, but it is a rule that people are upset that certain teams are utilizing.
In non-extra innings,
okay,
don't like it. 18th inning, you've run out of guys, or it's the first game of a 4-game stretch, and the next two guys that are starting the next few days tend to only go 5 innings. Got it. 7th or 8th inning of a 10-1 game, do not like it. And by the way, Dave Roberts, as you know, does this. I don't like it.
It's a good rule, but the thing is, it's not against the rules. So
none
if you
of this is against the rules. None of this is against the rules.
Exactly. That's why.
Don't pander to Dave Roberts right now.
But this is strategy. You want to keep those arms fresh.
You're not doing the rule.
I'm defending this. I'm defending it. I'm trying to sell you on the fact why you should not be against this rule.
It's an unwritten rule. Your job is to sell
shouldn't be a. It's not. It's
an unwritten rule not to do it. You're on the wrong side of it.
Okay, let's.
Let me just tell you something. No one doubts that you love Dave Roberts more than your own family. You don't have to.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
Can you throw at a guy? And being a guy after you got hit, even if it was unintentional?
All right, ask me again.
So let's say you get plunked in the back and you're getting hit.
Okay.
And then it hits. Can you just respond and throw at a guy, even though if it was unintentional?
Yes.
Basically a hit batter for hit batter.
You can throw at a guy anytime you want. That is allowed. It is acceptable. It's beautiful. Just like, exactly the same way as how great it's going to be to have LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney on the show. We're going to talk some Messi. We're going to talk some World Cup. We're going to talk El Trafico. We're going to talk the beauty of soccer in Los Angeles. It is all next with our guy Greg Vanney on DMAC and Reiter. By DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury? Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. We've been talking a lot of soccer, talking a lot of World Cup. El Tráfico is coming up, man, on Friday, the biggest event in sports in LA this weekend. And just to help us make sense of it all, very graciously, LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney in studio. Greg, what's up, dude? Thanks you're here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Very cool of you to make time for us.
My pleasure.
And, I mean, doing it 2 days before a major match. We're rooting, don't tell LAFC, but we're rooting for you guys. You brought us a jersey. Go Galaxy. Let's get it. If you don't mind, maybe we'll talk a little World Cup before we get into the Friday game. I'm obsessed with Messi. You, Doug, you like Messi, right? I love Messi. Our boss doesn't like Argentina. As a guy that coaches at the highest level, do you get sick and tired of watching this guy just do it again and again, or is the magic still kind of worthy of awe for you?
It's still worthy of awe. I mean, anytime I want to root against Argentina because I'm for the other team, like, you just can't ever root against him. He always comes up with the play. I said to somebody I was speaking to this morning, he's going to have 2 game goal impacts, and he had 2 assists. They win the game. They're a team with so much passion. You can tell the whole team is not just playing for the country; they're playing for him, and they're playing for their opportunity, obviously, to send him off with a World Cup victory. So it's just really incredible what he's doing.
Yeah, Lionel Messi, he's the GOAT of all GOATs. He's going to go down as probably the greatest GOAT of any sport ever. But who are your guys growing up? Like, who was your Lionel Messi and your inspiration when you were coming up? You played at UCLA. Of course, I'm a Bruin, so Forza up, represent. Yeah. So what was your inspiration, like, as far as the guys you looked up? Like, who was your Messi when you were a kid and you were growing up and inspired?
Yeah, Maradona.
Yeah.
That's a guy I watched. We didn't have access to soccer like we do now, obviously, no internet. Soccer wasn't as big in the United States, so you had to work hard to find games, and it was probably the 84 World Cup. 86 World Cup was the one in Mexico that really, like, I just sat in front of the TV and watched the whole thing with Maradona, and he became the guy I followed. Obviously, guys that I started to connect with along the way that were guys that I, like Kobe, then guys that I eventually, as a young professional, started to connect with, that all became a part of sort of the story that became mine. So, but what a player!
You could choose worse names. I mean, that guy was an absolute legend. Greg Vanney, head coach of the LA Galaxy, here on the show. It's D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. I know that when, as a coach, you're developing tactics, for some coaches, the tactics come first. For some coaches, they're more flexible depending on sort of who they have, their personnel. For you, whether it's as a player, watching various players or leagues, how did you develop, or are you developing, your tactical approach? And for those people like Doug and I that follow soccer outside of the World Cup, are there any international teams or any club teams in Europe or elsewhere that maybe you've taken things from, or you model your approach with the Galaxy after?
Yeah, I've always been keen on the Pep Guardiola way of playing. So obviously that started at Barcelona and has moved to Bayern Munich, to Man City. The Spanish national team, the way they play, it's just I am very big on the collective game and not just the individual. I think the individual is part of something bigger than that one player. So I think Spain is the team to beat in this tournament, and I think it's because their collective group is just so good. They're all on the same page, and barely a wasted step around the field over 90 minutes for them. It's so good. And
it's a bonus, as Galaxy fans know, it's a beautiful way just to watch soccer football. I mean, it's a beautiful way for the sport to play out.
Yeah, and I think it's, for me, growing up as a Galaxy player and then eventually a coach, I just think it's the attacking style and being on the ball and sort of the showmanship on it, but also the efficiency of it is who we are kind of in LA. You want to be an attacking team, and you want to create excitement for the fans, and I think that's kind of the showtime that you think of the Lakers and stuff like that. And for me, that's what LA is supposed to be about, is that kind of soccer.
Yeah, and you've seen this Galaxy franchise grow. I'm a kid from Pasadena. I remember seeing you guys 96 at that Rose Bowl, and now the Galaxy, you guys have the most MLS Cups. You guys are really that team in your league. Just how have you seen this franchise continue to grow and this sport grow? And when you consider everything we've seen in the World Cup, the U.S. getting all that buzz, just a lot of energy for the MLS season, I think, from this World Cup. Just how have you seen the Galaxy grow?
The Galaxy since 96 really has been kind of the standard bearer for MLS. And whenever there's been a new rule or an adaptation that's pushed the league forward, generally it's the Galaxy who have been the leaders in that. Mr. Anschutz, who is our owner, has carried the league at times, brought in the concept of the DP. Then it became 2 and 3 DPs. So the Galaxy has always really, I think, set the standard for the way this league was going to move forward. The league has grown incredible. I mean, in '96, there were 10 teams. It actually went down to 8 teams, and now we're at 30 teams, stadiums all over the place. And when you see where the World Cup, just the whole event, and now where the game is in this country, I think the greatest World Cup ever was now. And I think MLS came off of the 1994 World Cup, and I hope there's a whole nother level that's in front of us because of the energy that this World Cup has brought back to the United States. So I've seen a lot of people who said, I didn't really get the soccer thing. Now I get it. And so hopefully those people will transition into American fans. But the growth of our league has been unprecedented, really, in the sport, and we hope it will continue.
You're listening to LA Galaxy head coach Greg Vanney here on DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. And Greg, I was one of those guys. I played soccer at an amateur level, right? AYSO and sort of intramurals all the way through college. Loved the game. Sort of lost track of it for whatever reason. Got into it in 2020. Fell in love with Barcelona Football Club. Started to catch up. Haven't missed a match since then. And for all of you out there, and I've talked to a lot of you, talked to a few of you today, who are loving the World Cup, and you're like, I want to get into this sport, I want to get into soccer. Friday is the perfect time, and you can do it here in LA. It's El Tráfico. It is the Galaxy against LAFC. Friday, July 17th, 7:30, 2 days from now, Dignity Health Sports Park, and the game will be broadcast on Fox or Apple TV if you can't make the trek, although you absolutely should. And part of the thing about MLS, for people out there that are getting into the sport, they've obviously added Leo Messi. Now, he's not playing right now, but he's obviously playing for Argentina. They've added Lewandowski's coming to Chicago Fire. He's going to be. Antoine Griezmann's on the way.
Orlando.
There's a guy named Son, who my brother is a Tottenham Spurs fan now. He watches, wrong team, LAFC matches. For you and the level the game has gotten to, how has that just changed what you have to do, how you have to prepare your guys, the level you have to be at as all this European talent has come into MLS?
It's been amazing for the league. I think, again, as these guys come, and obviously Beckham came and Zlatan has come, and lots of guys have come through the league over time, Robbie Keane. They help to set a standard in our league for players who don't know what that level looks like, and they come here. It helps our young Americans and other players who come to the league really understand what the standard is like. To coach against and with those guys is really, for me, it's amazing because I learn from them as well, but also to coach against them, to have game plans, to how do you deal with Messi when you're playing against Miami, which we've done twice.
How do you deal with Messi?
Yeah, good luck. That's how you deal with them. You try to have a plan for him, but somehow he always finds a way to get out of whatever you've set up. So it's just amazing. I think it's helped us all become smarter about it, to think deeper inside of the game, to create a higher standard for everybody around and for the sport and for our fans. It gives them something special and unique because there are many, many levels to professional soccer. And these guys that you've mentioned come at the highest of levels. And then there are many levels below that we see on a regular basis inside of our league and inside of our country, but they bring something really different.
Yeah, and Greg, speaking of something special and unique, El Tráfico, one of the premier events for the MLS. I went a couple years ago. Yeah. Absolutely electric. I had friends saying, you got to go to this thing. You don't get it. When you go there, it is just off the charts. The energy, the competition level. What do you think just this matchup has kind of done for this league and your organization?
Yeah, this is the, as we call it soccer, this is the derby match. This is the rivalry match. And it's because of the passion that each fan base brings to this match. There's a love and a hate, and probably more hate than love, but love of Los Angeles and a hate of each other, I would say. And it transitions to a lot of emotion, both on the field, in the stands, everywhere. And you don't get that on your everyday, just average MLS game. But when you get this game, it's at a whole nother level. And I think fans who want to experience what the game might feel like in another country, this is the game that you come and you feel like a different level of passion and a different level of desire and sort of fight. And both teams have always been good, and so I think it's a conflict sometimes of styles of play too, which makes it really interesting when you're into the tactics of it all. So for me, it's just a great game that, again, the passion and the energy brings the average fan to another level usually when they come to those games.
This is DMAC and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, and we are lucky enough to be talking to Greg Vanney, head coach of the LA Galaxy, in person. And part of this show, Greg, is we love LA and we want it to be a love letter to LA. What is it about this town that makes it so ripe for great soccer fans in this rivalry?
I think it's culture. I think it's it's a big, diverse city. A lot of the fans who have come from various countries and other places, soccer and football is their thing, and I think their attachment and their recognition of the sport here and the growth and the teams that are leading that has grown over the years, and I think it will continue. Now you have San Diego, which isn't too far away too, so we're starting to build more and more of that through the course of this league.
Yeah, and as far as the season goes, just kind of how would you describe kind of where you guys are at heading into the season, and you look to this to kind of springboard the rest of the season, a matchup like this where all the players, all the fans are getting up?
Yeah, we're almost a halfway point, which is strange to say because we're coming off about a 6-week break for the World Cup. Guys were away for 3 weeks, then we've been in sort of a 3 to 4 week preseason mode. This LAFC match and us will be the kickoff of what's kind of considered the second half of the season post World Cup. We're right there on the playoff line. LAFC is just a little bit in front of us, but very reachable. And as always in leagues that have playoffs, the second half is really all about push and playoff position and setting yourself up for success in the playoffs. So it's everybody wants to get off in the second half of the season on the right foot and with a positive start and to build momentum down the stretch because we're going to be in the playoffs before we know it.
And obviously El Trafico is a big part of that. You can watch it on Fox. You can watch it on Apple TV Friday, 2 days from now, 7:30, or just go out to Dignity Health Sports Park and take in the biggest event in sports in LA, maybe this month, and certainly this week. Obviously, you noted the break. It's World Cup time. We're down to Spain and Argentina. There's been a lot of talk about the United States and how they fared. We've certainly had our share of a lot of conversations and some criticisms. And I know this is sort of the typical nobody who watches soccer asks, how do we do? But as two soccer fans to an absolute soccer expert, the coach of the LA Galaxy, Greg Vanney, here on the show, how did this go for U.S. soccer relative to both the reasonable expectations for people that know the game and this goal to pull in more people who maybe don't know the game but could fall in love with it if the U.S. men's national team had done whatever they're supposed to do in that regard?
I think it started with a lot of success. And I would say that because the United States, have not come into a World Cup and been dominant in our group play. We held the balance of power in every single match. We controlled the ball. We won convincingly in every game. We showed that to a certain degree, we have become a powerful country when it comes to soccer. The challenge is that the last game we laid an egg, and that makes everybody feel like, man, maybe we haven't come as far as we have. And the issue in soccer is you can have a bad day real fast, and against a top 10 team with the quality of a team like Belgium, it can look bad real fast. And so it feels really bad, but I do think the way the team played early on and the energy that it built in our country for that team will stick. I still think we have a lot to prove and a lot of steps to take to enter the top 10 in the world and be able to push into the semifinals, even the quarterfinals on a consistent basis. Like I said, there are a lot of levels in soccer, and you see that a little bit. And when you hit a top 10 team and you don't have your best day, it's not going to look good, and it didn't look good for us. And that's the part that emotionally all of us we feel. But I think the steps were taken for sure, and we have a really good team, and we have a really good roster. And you can see the development of our younger players. And this team is really young. In 4 years, you're going to see a lot of the same faces who should be even more experienced and more prepared for the moment. Unfortunately, it won't be in the United States, but we should be more prepared for the next one and so on and so forth for the ones to come.
Yeah, and Greg, you've, of course, been with the Galaxy for a long time as a player and as a coach. One thing I love about the Galaxy, go for the biggest names, the biggest stars. I mean, that's what's about in the Galaxy. Well, Christian Pulisic for Team USA faced a ton of criticism after. Just what'd you make of just his performance in the World Cup, and do you think that criticism was fair? Just kind of what was your biggest takeaway from his World Cup performance?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I felt like he was coming into the tournament in form. When you saw him in the 2 games leading up to the start of the World Cup, he really looked like he was in form. He was on it. He looked good. Then the first match, he picks up an injury. And we never know on the outside exactly how bad that injury is. It's never, for a player like him and his role in our country, it's never going to take him all the way out of it unless it's really bad. He wanted to be out there. He pushed. You just don't know how bad. And when you break rhythm like that because of an injury in a tournament that doesn't wait for you, and it only gets more difficult with each step. It becomes difficult, and I feel like he lost a little bit of his rhythm inside of the group and his form. At the same time, the team didn't play great in the last game, and he took a lot for it. So it's what happens when you're the face of the team in many ways, and you end up getting a lot of criticism. As a guy who knows a little bit of what he went through in that situation, I understand, and I feel for him. He's just got to bounce back. He's got to stay strong and stay resilient, and he's got to come fighting back because he's a great player, and he is the best player we have in our country, and he just got to fight back in his club environment and the next opportunity to try to step up.
This is really cool. This is our first in-studio guest here on
No
DMAC
way.
and Reiter. You're the first one,
Wow.
dude. We don't let
I'm
anybody
honored.
in here. We don't let just Greg. We don't let just anybody. Greg Vanney, the head coach of the LA Galaxy. Remember, El Trafico is on Friday, 2 days from now, 7:30 p.m. It's at Dignity Health Sports Park. But you can also watch it on Fox, Apple TV. If you've been watching, if you're a soccer fan, you're going to watch because it's a big deal. If you've been, like my wife, Love You Lori, been watching sort of more soccer lately, you've gotten into the passion, you've discovered this sport, you want to watch El Trafico, LAFC versus LA Galaxy, and root for whoever you want to, but you should root for LA Galaxy. Don't root for the other guys. Root for the Galaxy. Greg, last one for you on the way out, and I hope you don't mind. It's a big picture question.
Of course.
But I'm obsessed with Lamine Yamal because I watch a lot of Barcelona matches, and just maybe if you can help conceptualize or contextualize for people. There is a young man who turned 19 2 or 3 days ago. He's the talisman of this Spanish national team that's in the final against Argentina. You've played with and against some of the best players in the world. You coach one of the biggest teams that exist. For you, how, I don't know what the word is, rare, special, unusual, what is the right way to look at Lamine Yamal and what he's doing right now at this age?
It's extraordinary, and I think what you're going to see on Sunday is the passing of the torch of the best ever to the best that's yet to come still. And what he's been able to accomplish at 18, nobody has. Even Messi, I think, at 18 hasn't won like he has won in his club environment and what he's been able to do. He's still young, and he's still got a lot of things to accomplish to ultimately put down a debate on whether he's a GOAT or not. But the level of quality that he has is really exciting. I mean, for me, again, this is going to be the passing of the torch of the best ever to let's see what Lamine can do, because if there's somebody who can challenge, it's going to be him right now in the next 15 years.
As a over-the-top insane Barca fan, I'm very excited about
You
life.
should be. You should be. He's incredible.
It is silly. All right, El Trafico, 2 days, Friday, July 17th, 7:30. Watch it on Fox or Apple TV. Go to Dignity Health Sports Park. It's an awesome venue. LAFC versus the LA Galaxy. Head coach Greg Vanney graciously making time for us here in studio. It is DMAC and Reiter Hardwood headlines next here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome back into the show. T-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Doug is dancing. And you should know, accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. Keep your moves.
This is a song you said you had to sing when it plays, right?
Calldowntown.com. I'm trying not to because of my voice. Greg Vanney was cool, dude.
Unbelievable. Just absolute soccer savant, dude. And I am a Galaxy fan. Like, I remember when LAFC came here, people were like, oh, they're black and gold. They have these cool colors, and all these celebrities are buying in. And I'm like, hey, I like the team that has the most MLS Cups. I like the team that has the most championships, and that is my LA Galaxy. Not just the best team in the MLS, but the best team in the Galaxy.
Oh, I see what you did there. I knew you were gearing to something.
No, I mean, I got to have a team. You know what I'm saying? How sick is this jersey, too?
It's very sick.
I mean, this is 97 won the fan on the back.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
You know what else is cool? Something I like in the Galaxy?
What?
Hardwood headlines.
Ball don't lie. Time for Hardwood Headlines with D-Mac and Reiter.
Thought it worked.
It worked. Well done.
Hello, Ryan.
Always
Berger.
works, baby.
Yes.
Always works.
Hello, Ryan Bershinger.
Yes, this is Hardwood Headlines. We're taking a look at what's going on in and around the NBA. And, hey, we've got some quotes from Kevon Looney for the first time since joining the Lakers. In fact, in an interview with Mark Medina on Fadeaway World.
That's my dude.
Yes.
Love
Mark is a great guy. Kevon, he talked with Kevon Looney, and what Looney said about joining the Lakers is, quote, "It's a big-time opportunity. It's big time to play for another historic franchise. Lakers fans are amazing. I've been playing against them my whole career. I see how much they travel. They love their team, and they want their team to win. I'm super excited to be a part of that. Playing with great players is great. I'll be able to play with Luka and Reeves and everybody else. I'm super excited."
Hell yeah, dude.
Look, I love that energy, and I think
too.
the Lakers need a lot of that. There's been just a better energy surrounding the Lakers last couple weeks. I wonder why, but I would say for Kevon Looney,
See what you did there.
he's a guy, 12, 15 minutes, 3 points per game. You look at the numbers, and you're like, why should I be excited about Kevon Looney? Locker room presence, you need that kind of depth. If they do ultimately get Kuminga, he played with him. I mean, there's things that make
Comes
sense
from
for him.
an organization that knows how to. This is the thing I'll say too. Comes from an organization that knows how to win and knows how to carry themselves the right way. Draymond Green, notwithstanding, who we love as an Odyssey family member. To bring that in, to have a little leadership, to have some perspective, to help set a culture. No one's asking him to be the third best player on the team. I'm with you, man. As an addition to the ingredients, to the mix, to the alchemy that they're trying to put together with here in LA with the Lakers, I like it. I like the move. Good job, Medina, my guy.
Well, maybe he will be teaming up with Jonathan Kuminga because Shams Charania might have tipped off that Jonathan Kuminga is coming to the Lakers. Now, here he is on Shump Street with Iman Shumpert. Shams was seen smirking during this exchange.
I thought Kuminga went to L.A.
That's not done yet. I believe the Lakers, the Cavs, a couple other teams, potential suitors for Jonathan Kuminga, but no deal yet.
Damn. No deal.
Man, that's pretty funny.
I mean, look.
That's not doing it, bro. The translation. Shh. Quiet.
Exactly. Be quiet. But I think that he's coming to LA. I mean, look, I'm not saying because of that.
Oh, sorry.
But I just think that it just feels like it's positive momentum, man. And the Lakers prioritized him this entire run. They really hit on their guys. This would be another move that they executed they wanted to.
If they had come down, I agree.
You know, we call this a soft launch.
Sounds like
a soft
it
launch.
sounds like it's done. I mean, that sounds like the old slip-up move.
Yeah, it was.
It'd be funny if Shump Street was the name of a podcast hosted by,
A Kumingian slip.
somebody that wasn't Imam Shumpert. Like that
Yeah.
would be very funny.
That would be hilarious.
Shump Street, brought to you by Joe Johnson.
Guys, the Lakers are currently undefeated in Summer League.
Oh, they're screwed.
They beat the Clippers 99-85. Cameron Carr led the way with 23 points and had this to say on NBA on Prime after the game.
We're here to win it. And we're not here to play around. We're here to win it. So that's what we came to do. Job not done.
I'm gonna read you the Summer League champions the last few years. You ready?
Oh, wow.
The Charlotte Hornets. The 2024 Miami Heat. I believe they struggled. The 23 Cleveland Cavaliers. The 22 Portland Trailblazers. The 21 Sacramento Kings.
So,
Can we delete? Is there still time for them to lose? Can we forfeit some games? And
yeah, it's definitely not the indication that you're hoping it is. I mean, NBA Cup, you had the Knicks win. They won the finals. That's different. But Summer League, we haven't seen the correlation yet.
there's a pattern in the NBA Cup now.
Apparently, just for 1 year. But
Is it in Vegas?
Yeah.
Now? Oh, we should try to get the boss is to let us cover it.
Dude.
I've covered
Some guys just can't handle
of them.
Vegas.
Aren't they moving it though somewhere?
Are they?
I once did an 8-day bachelor party in Vegas, and we lost a guy for a day and a half. He ran into a crowd with $7. He came. This is real. He came back. We found him in the bathroom with his clothes off, 2 black guys, and like 10 grand in his pocket and chips.
Dude.
Yeah.
It gets crazy in Vegas.
And we partied with the Maloofs, which was fun.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's where it started. He ran away at the excess.
That's where, yeah.
He couldn't handle free bottle service.
Some guy just can't handle Vegas.
Anyway, I digress.
Guys, Rui Hachimura is getting a chance to do things on the Clippers that he apparently couldn't do with the Lakers. In an interview with Black Samurai on Instagram, Rui said this in Japanese. I'll read it. "I've spoken with the Clippers coaching staff, and they want me to shoot my three-pointers, of course, but also do more cutting. In my final year with the Lakers, I couldn't really do those cuts due to our team situation. So they told me they want me to do more of that, which makes me really happy. I also want to focus on rebounding, grabbing the board, and pushing the pace like I used to back in the day."
Wow, shots fired at the Lakers, huh?
Feels like it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Feels like it. I mean,
He's going to ruin his relationship with the Lakers.
it seems.
You didn't get it. You didn't get that.
I did. Rui.
Marine.
Yeah.
Wow,
Look,
that was the fakest laugh ever in my entire life from you.
give me some Hachimura. What else you got? But yeah, look,
What doesn't what?
give me some more. Give me some more jokes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, look.
You just said his last name.
Yeah, no, Mora. It still works. Okay, I think for Rui Hachimura, though, we'll see if the Lakers regret this. This is a good move.
I regret this.
What? Hey, here's a guy. He can shoot. And if you have a game plan around him where he shoots, I mean, he just did it.
If you have a game plan around Rui Hachimura, you're in deep trouble. No, I'm just kidding. They're going to be bad. Maybe he'll be better. He's
Yeah.
a good player. I think the Lakers are going to miss him as a player.
Yeah, they are. Well, he was a little one-dimensional. Like I think that athleticism and defense. I mean, the guy could surely shoot. I was okay with him moving off of Rui, though.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think he was great for the Lakers, and this was the right decision for everybody involved. Clearly, because Rui is now taking some shots at how he was utilized, and by the way, probably accurate.
Yeah.
And Steph Curry was on Good Morning America today and gave yet another pitch to LeBron.
The Bay, we know how to win. It's beautiful weather, great golf. I know he's into that. But like you said, the USA experience that we had, the battles that we had over the years. We just know how to play basketball, and I think that he would enjoy, just the idea of what it means to finish your career the right way.
All right, here's my new theory. Ready? Steph can and probably has talked to LeBron. Why are you pitching on Good Morning America or anywhere else? Because he knows well enough to know LeBron doesn't want to pitch in private. He wants to be publicly lauded. He doesn't want to be sold. He wants to be praised. He doesn't want to be talked to. He wants to be gawked at by the admiring throngs of those who look at basketball royalty from his own perspective. Steph's smart, dude.
He is smart. And I think if you're Steph Curry, though, his pitch should just be Steph Curry. Hey, my pitch is Steph Curry. That's all I have to say. And in the pitch, you got beautiful weather, golfing. It sounds like he's pitching a retirement home, right? I mean, that's how it feels like to me.
They could be good.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think it'd be good. I just don't think they have a chance to win a championship.
I'm going to ask my guy, Mark Medina, who's listening in the car, because he just texted me.
Ooh.
I just said to let him know that we gave him a little shout out.
Yeah.
For his get, right? With one of the newest Lakers. Now he's in the car.
Ooh.
What he didn't hear me do is correctly criticize Dan Wojcicki's press release as written by Clutch Words.
Oh,
that was earlier.
Got to scrub back.
Got to scrub back, bro.
Yeah. Hit on the pod.
My voice is going lower and lower as the show goes. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed it.
Maybe we'll you know how the Athletics sometimes will do maybe it's ESPN. We'll do an MVP poll for the NBA midway through the season. Maybe we'll do a poll all the sort of beat writers I know and all the NBA circles, and just because think about Mark, I want his opinion on just their actual optimism level for the Lakers this year. Because I'm cautiously optimistic, but maybe I'm too into it. Maybe I'm too in the trenches here, the LA trenches.
Hey, man, sip of the Kool-Aid, man. That's what summer's all about, right? That's where hope springs eternal.
When's the last time you actually drank Kool-Aid?
I had Juice Box Kool-Aid about a couple months ago.
Did it hold up?
It was very sweet. I liked it, though. Kind of slapped. I kind of was into it, not going to lie.
It was too much sugar?
Yeah, a lot of sugar, though. I definitely it was like a little high off it.
My own... Well, aren't you having it with your kid?
Well, yeah, we're
Okay.
just,
God. My only sort of connection with Kool-Aid recently is the Kool-Aid Man movie from the studio, which I'm hoping you've seen. The studio on Apple TV.
Oh, really?
Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen that.
Oh, dude, it's a great. Have you seen it,
Dude.
Bersh? Oh, it doesn't have a Disney
I
character.
gotta check it out.
It's a great plot line. We are gonna go from one great guest. We just had Greg Vanney, the head coach of the LA Galaxy, who was terrific, on a few minutes ago. Now, thanks to our guy Doug McCain, D-Mac, that D-Mac hookup train, we've got Ryan Ward. Dodgers outfield was called up for a second time earlier this year. I think it was early June into May, and had some heroics. So we're going to visit with Ryan Ward about his time in the majors, what's going on right now, this Dodgers team, his future, all Dodgers talk with Ryan Ward next. D-Mac and Reiter. com. Thanks to you, D-Mac, we are very lucky to be joined right now by Dodgers outfielder Ryan Ward. It is very cool and gracious of him to make some time. Ryan, thank you so much for on a down week being willing to jump here on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Excited to be here for sure.
My man Ryan, how you doing, my guy? So, hey, we talked a lot this offseason about how excited you were to potentially make your Dodgers debut this year. I remember asking you, hey, would you maybe make a debut with another team? And you told me, no, I want to make that debut with that Dodgers name across my chest. You finally get to make that debut. You have that big league experience. Just looking back, what was that like, and was it as special as you thought it would be?
Oh yeah, it was incredibly special. I mean, I remember that conversation and telling you like I've been with them for 7 years. I haven't been with anybody else, and this is where I wanted it to happen. So for that to actually come true and kind of just take it all in, I mean, even today, like I'm still taking in all the things that have occurred this year and kind of just like looking back on them and enjoying them. And I mean, it was an unbelievable experience.
Ryan Ward here on the show. Ryan, it's Bill Reiter. Thank you again for making time. I'm so glad D-Mac was able to get you on the show. The Dodgers are undoubtedly the most talented team in baseball. It is a battle for anybody to sort of work their way up and get that call up. You've done that more than once. You've been incredibly successful when you've done it. When you come up to the majors and then you go back down, is there anything you take with you? Does the game feel different or slower or easier after you've had, in your case, a really successful stint helping this ball club at the major league level?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the thing that for me at least that I've taken with me the most is kind of that fire of like, okay, like you had it for a little bit, and like now I want to get back there. Like I want it even more now. So kind of just using that fire to keep going. I wouldn't say like the game slows up or speeds up or slows down on you. It's more for me like I just want to get back there. So like using that fire, using that drive to get back up there.
Yeah, and Ryan, you hear players talk about it. In the show, maybe you get one mistake at the very most down at the minor league level. Maybe you get more. How has that mindset shifted going back down? As you mentioned, getting hungrier than ever. Are you as hungry as you've ever been to just want to get back up and get another opportunity to prove that you belong at that next level?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's the whole reason we're playing. It's everything. So, and now, like I said, to have that taste of it, yeah, it's the fire's lit, and wanting to get back there every day is the goal.
We're talking to Los Angeles Dodger Ryan Ward here on the show. It's D-Mac and Reiter. All right, so, dude, I'm going to geek out a little bit. I hope that's okay. One of the things I love about sports, about baseball, is how, right, it reflects real life. It really does. And kind of when we watch you guys do your thing, when you came up with that second time and hit that home run, I think it was your first game back up. I mean, we're all rooting for you. We can also kind of relate to our own moments where we go, man, I remember when something magical happened to me, or I sort of proved myself. For every person that works for a living, that chases a dream, there are these various moments where you sort of realize, wow, I'm good enough to do this, or maybe I can actually make a living at this thing. Like Doug and I are lucky enough to talk on the radio. I'm curious for you. Maybe it's in traveling baseball. Maybe it's in high school. Maybe it's at some point in the minors. Maybe there's multiple answers here. Are there moments you look back at and you go, that was a seminal experience where I understood that this dream, this journey was real, that I could do it, that I could keep moving toward the majors?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was times where like I questioned it, like I come from a small town, and my dad would always tell me like, if you're good, they'll find you. But I mean, small town high school and had one offer out of college. I would say once I was in college and knew that teams were looking at me, that was kind of like one of the first times where it's like, okay, like this might happen. You got a chance. And then I think honestly, like just continuously like having better season after better season in the minors as I've been here has kind of been like that. Okay, you can do this. Like you're getting better. You're closing up holes in your game. You're getting better at it, and you're just showing every year that you're getting a little bit better. So using that kind of as my mindset of like you can do this has been huge.
Yeah, and Ryan, you sort of became that mythical figure down at the minor league level. Every time I'm at the stadium, fans would come up, D-Mac, where's Ryan Ward? Where's Ryan Ward? Because of how successful you were down there. Everyone wanted to see you get that opportunity. Finally, you get that opportunity in April, and I saw a story where Dalton Rushing your teammate had voluntarily given up his starting spot at first base, went to Dave Roberts because he wanted to have you get that debut experience. And just kind of what went through that? Just what were those conversations like?
Yeah, I mean, that's special, for him to do that for me and allow me to get my debut in that first stint up there. But it's also really cool. I played with most of the guys that are up there now, whether they were down on rehab before in AAA or they've come up together or we've come up together with Freeland, Rush. Robleski, that list kind of goes on. That list is huge. So to already have relationships established with these guys, and I remember going up there the first time and everyone was so happy I was there and proud of me and were supportive, and just to have those relationships makes it a lot easier. Especially going into a big league clubhouse for your first time and your debut. Obviously the nerves are going everywhere, so to have guys around that care about you and you care about them and the relationships is huge for that moment.
Yeah, and Ryan, I really wanted to follow up with this because the moment a little while ago, Shohei Ohtani and Dalton Rushing in Chicago, the baseball world exploded, the Dodgers fan base exploded. I was here on this show defending Dalton Rushing, talking about how respected he is in that Dodgers clubhouse. You know him very well. I'm curious, what is Dalton Rushing like as a teammate, and do you think that he grows from that moment that he had with Shohei in Chicago?
Absolutely. He's a fiery guy. He's someone that you love to have on your team. He's ready to go to war for you at any time, and he expects the most out of himself, and that's what he tries to strive for every day. He's a great ball player. He's a great guy. Great around the team, and it's one of those guys that you want on your team. You see the energy he gives off, you see the fire he gives off, the passion for the game, and that's special for sure.
Ryan Ward here on the show. It's D-Mac and Reiter. It's the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Ryan, I don't know you, but I want you to tell me I'm an idiot if need be, because Doug's very comfortable doing that. We have a disagreement. We have a baseball disagreement. I think I may be wrong. I think, Ryan, you may think I'm wrong here. Doug thinks it's outrageous that I would bunt or want someone to bunt to break up a perfect game, and I think you do whatever you can to get on base. And I'm just curious, for you, perfect game, no-hitter, ninth inning, you're up. What is your temperature on the idea of bunting or not, if that were in your arsenal?
I'm swinging. Personally, I'm going to swing. I feel like from the defensive side of view, I'd be like, oh, come on, swing the bat. I think you got to swing the bat in that situation.
I just want you to know you just made D-Mac's day. Now he's going to tell you how much he loves Dalton Rushing or something, but I'm just telling you just made his day.
You gotta earn it, man. You gotta play the game the right way.
I would earn it with a bunt.
If you bunt, I hope you pop it straight up to the pitcher. I hope one pitch popped up.
Would I get thrown at? Would they throw at me the next time they see me? They probably should. Yeah.
You can't do it, baby. Plus, every hitter thinks they can get a hit, right? These guys are all big leaguers. I want to ask you just about your experience being around guys like Shohei and Freddie and Mookie, just watching how they go about their business at the big league level. Is there something that you took from your experience being around those guys this year that you're already implementing into your routine or your swing, your approach, and just what were those conversations like? Did any of them kind of take you under their wing? Just what did you learn from just being around all these great players that the Dodgers have?
Yeah, I tried to be a sponge. I try to be a sponge in spring training when I'm with them, and same thing up there. Try to be around them as much as I can, and during our hitting talks or hitters meetings, listening into what they're saying and kind of picking their brain throughout the game of okay, here and there. And honestly, I don't know if there's one thing that really sticks out to me, but I learned a lot about approach and how to pay attention to which way the game's going and what relievers are trying to do and what the starter's trying to do, and kind of just paying attention to more of the things that aren't on the box score that you can use to make adjustments as the game's going along and use to your advantage and use in your at-bats and stuff like that. And routine-wise, I had a pretty solid routine anyways going up that Woody and Dino already kind of knew about defensively and stuff, so just kind of continuing that up there and trying to help out as much as I could, go over to first base when guys are throwing across the diamond just to see what it looks like coming out of their hand and just try to be helpful to them as well.
Los Angeles Dodger Ryan Ward here on the show on D-Mac and Reiter. This is great stuff, Ryan. Thank you it's really cool talking ball with you. And we even if I'm the bad guy who would bunt, very, very cool of you to make time. Kind of get into the weeds here, continue on that idea of development and growth. You started at, I think, rookie ball, right, back in 19, and you've obviously worked your way up to a point in your career where you've been brought up by the Dodgers a couple times this year, and you've hit three home runs, and you've been a contributor to a team that every single game matters. If you're talking to someone that was in your position when you were coming out of high school from a small school and your dad was telling you talent will get discovered, if you were talking to the latest crop of Dodgers who have just been drafted in the draft a few days ago, from what you've learned specifically, what do you know now about the minor leagues, about professional baseball, about trying to get to the big leagues that you wish you'd known when you first started in rookie ball?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is it's a process. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to wake up one day and be like, oh, like I'm big league ready. You know what I mean? Like it's going to take time. You're going to have to put in the hours. You're going to have to put in the work at all the levels and grind away. You know, I mean, there's going to be tons of failure along the way. So really not putting that much pressure on yourself, because that's just going to make everything worse. You know, you're going to spiral here and there, and just stay within yourself. Like, get yourself into a good routine. Trust the process pretty much, and have fun with it. You know, I feel like sometimes you can get lost that we're playing baseball for a living, like we're playing a game for a living and getting paid to do it. So I really think that just enjoying all the moments, whether it's in the locker room before or after the game with just your teammates or on the field or all those little things, I think it's important to not let that speed up on you and enjoy it along the way.
And Ryan, we know, of course, in this organization, they covet the positional versatility, the ability to play the outfield, the infield, multiple positions. We know you can rake. We know you can hit. Defensively, though, do you feel like you've grown a lot this season? And what did you learn when you were at the big league level, getting that level of coaching and just getting adjusted to different parks in Dodger Stadium? Do you feel like you're a better fit now defensively?
Yeah, I think over, what was this, year 7 or 8 with them, I think my defense has grown immensely over the years. I mean, and then, yeah, absolutely going up there. And I still remember the first outfield game I played and was the first start and second call-up of the day game against Philly, and being out left field, like, it's kind of tough to see with those seats out there. It's a little reflective. So, honestly, I just wanted one ball to come with me to get it out of the way, and eventually it did and caught it. And you can kind of take that breath again, like, okay, like it's the same game, kind of, like I said earlier. Try not to let it speed up. It's the same game. You take that breath and slow it down. So I think my defense has actually become a solid part of my game as well as my bat, for sure.
This is D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We are talking to LA Dodger Ryan Ward. Ryan, obviously, as you work your way up from high A to double to triple to the majors, hopefully at every step of the way, it eventually becomes the new normal, and you get comfortable, and you sort of, the speed of the game feels like something you can manage. And in your case, you have at every level, including the big leagues. But when you first make the jump, I'm curious how much bigger, when you first did it, the leap from AAA to the majors was compared to, the A to AA, the AA to AAA as you worked your way up. How much more significant or not was going to the majors when you first did that?
Yeah, I would say like the pregame workload and stuff is pretty similar because we have it pretty built in all the way up of what's expected when you get up there. So I would say that wasn't that bad. I would say the consistency of pitchers was impressive compared to AA, AAA. The ability to execute their game plan over and over and really not miss. I know someone said it earlier about like you get one mistake a game in the big leagues, like that's like actually true. Down in trips and stuff, like you'll kind of get an idea of what they're trying to do, but there'll be more mistakes in the big leagues. I mean, you get that mistake and you miss it, like you're it's time to grind that at bat out. Like they don't miss that often. They're able to just execute over and over of exactly what they're trying to do. So paying attention to that and just making sure that the quality of a bat can stay up and keep going with that.
And Ryan, for you specifically, whether it's your own sort of view of this or if the Dodgers have given you some insight, what is it you need to work on, that you want to work on, having been to the big leagues for the Dodgers a lot this year and had success, to get back there and stay there when the time comes?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest takeaway that I have for myself is like I figured out what guys were trying to do to me up there. And instead of playing to my strengths, I was like, okay, well, if that's going to be the game plan, then why not hunt there? And I think that kind of got me in trouble because started chasing pitches like that I'm not going to do anything with. So I think that really just honing in on my zone and kind of playing that chess match, really not trying to do what they're trying to do and stay with what I'm trying to do is important, and that's something that I'm really trying to lock in on.
Yeah, and Ryan, we know that this roster, it's filled with all-stars and future Hall of Famers, and that you'd be playing for the vast majority of teams in Major League Baseball because of how good you are. But I'm curious to see, what were those conversations like when you did get sent down, and just kind of the plan for you for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a keep going thing. It's a keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you've earned everything you've got, kind of, and just continue to have fun and keep going, and we'll see you soon. It's kind of been the message every time, but mainly to keep going. I think that's important, is to not get comfortable where I'm at, kind of where I said earlier. It makes me want it more now, so make sure you keep going.
Ryan, I know this is a little bit apples to oranges, but there are people in my life, and I'm sure Doug's, who think that every day at work is a perfect day because we get to talk about sports and go to sporting events, and that should be true. But at least in my case, I have to fight to remind myself how lucky I am to do this. For you, or just the guys around you, is there a key when you're grinding out, when you're building a career, to try to hold on to the love of the game so that you enjoy what you're doing for a living?
I don't know if there's a key. That probably is different for every person. You know, I mean, I grew up playing the game. I love the game, and I love the grind. I love the early work in the cage, trying to figure something out for that day, and all of a sudden something clicks in that game, and you get to see the payoff right away. And we're also like, maybe it doesn't pay off that day, and maybe it pays off a week later, but you can have the proudness, I guess I want to say, of like, you put in all that work to make that fix, and it did pay off. So I think it's the little things, because like something's going to change every single day, especially with baseball. Something's going to be off in your swing, or something might be a little sore, and it's like, okay, like how do I get around today? And finding ways to get it back to normal for sure is kind of, I guess that kind of stands out to me since I'm talking about it.
Yeah, and Ryan, in your first game against the Rockies, you get 2 hits, and also your teammate Shohei Ohtani gets 2 hits. And that was a great moment to get those first knocks. I'm curious, though. Shohei Ohtani, you're his teammate. You hear all about him. There's just a lot cloaked in secrecy about his routines, the way he goes about his work. But what was your biggest takeaway, just being around Shohei Ohtani, the rock star that he is, just everything that he does to prepare himself to pitch and hit? Just what was your biggest takeaway? Just what impression did he make on you?
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, not even only just him. I think it's that entire locker room. I mean, you know, it's everyone shows up. They want to win. They plan on winning, and they put in max effort every day in, day out, to make sure that they're in the best position to win. It's so much fun to watch. Like, I don't even really have words to watch, to say like how everyone's getting ready, and like you said, how special that entire locker room is, and it's honestly a privilege to be able to watch that and be a part of it.
Ryan Ward, it was an equal privilege to get to talk baseball with you and get to, get corrected on my terrible bunt take, apparently, and just to hang out and talk some ball. So I'm glad that you and DMAC were able to make this happen. Thank you so much for making time here on the show.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. I had a blast.
Dude, we hope to see you at the stadium soon, pal. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Ryan Ward on the show. He was great.
Yeah, he's the man, dude. He really is.
I could geek out on I just find, look, obviously the goal is to make the majors, and he's done it. He'll do it again. I could ask him a million questions about that minor league life and working your way up and teaching yourself the craft. I love that stuff.
Yeah, and he's the guy, like I was saying. I mean, he was almost a mythical figure, because anytime there was a Dodgers big league player that was struggling, it was like, we got Ryan Ward hitting millions of home runs down there. Why don't we give him an opportunity? And it's good to see him come up and show that potential and flash that potential, because he certainly has it. Everyone knows that Ryan Ward can rake. The dude is great at the plate. He's a guy that I think deserves a lot of opportunities in this league. And look, he's also the work ethic too. All the work that he's put in, the patience that he's had, just going about it every single day. And I think that for a lot of guys you talked about, hey, you're in a Dodgers organization and you're looking up and you see Teoscar Hernandez and you see Mookie Betts and Kyle Tucker, and there's all-stars everywhere. But here's the thing. When he gets the opportunity, he goes and he runs with it, because he's better suited and better prepared to have success at this level.
It was really interesting having him talk about, on DMAC and Reiter, everything was interesting. But one of the things that really sort of struck me in a personal way, Doug, was talking about how when he came up, he started to basically chase pitches because he was operating not as what he was supposed to do, but what he thought he could sort of change to play that life, right? And I learned this in TV once when I bombed a very important audition and got screamed at in front of 50 famous people by a legendary TV person. You got to be yourself. Like, you got to just, in anything in life, the hardest thing to do is under duress and pressure, and that, this is my big Eminem 8 Mile one chance moment. You got to be you, and you got to go fail or succeed by being yourself. And to hear him say that is true at the Major League Baseball level, the psychology for these guys in the chess matches, I love it. I love the real life implications.
Absolutely, and to build off that, I love when he talked about when he was in the outfield and he wanted the ball hit to him. He's like, just hit the ball to me. Like, I want the ball hit to me. Because, a lot of these guys are playing a game they've played so many times, but you haven't done it in front of 50,000 people. You haven't done it at Dodger Stadium against big league competition. And this is something that these guys dream about and visualize and think about for what feels probably like their entire existence. So I love to see, like you said, young players realize that dream. It's one of my favorite things about sports. One of my favorite things about baseball is, look, if you get drafted in the NFL and you're high pick, like, you're going to play, right? Basketball,
exactly
too.
right.
Baseball, it's like, hey, man, we draft this guy. We'll see you in 50 years. And then if you get a chance, then great. So it's just the road.
Made it past AA, like, couldn't hit a curveball, right? Those things happen, and that grind happens. And by the way, you can say it. He didn't like the bunt thing. Here's what I'll say.
And it was great. He said if you bunt, he hopes you pops to the pitcher.
Yeah, he did.
That was awesome.
I didn't. It's your guy, not my guy. And so I'm going to wait till the next time we have him on when I'm more comfortable. I'm going to be like, what if it's the bottom of the ninth? You're down 1-0, and you're a game away from making whatever, the playoffs or I don't know. Like, what if the situation's a little different? You're still not going to bunt your way on?
Well, the thing is, all these dudes, like Ryan Ward, Ryan Ward's like, why would I bunt when I can hit a homer? These guys have the mindset.
I know, I heard him say it. I'm swinging.
Yeah. I was cool that he gave a lot of the Dalton Rushing and how good of a teammate he was.
Oh, my God, bro. I rolled my eyes so hard I hurt myself, and Bersh almost fell out of his chair laughing. Hey! Ryan Ward, D-Mac here. I'm the biggest Dalton Rushing supporter. I love him always. I never doubted him. People were hard on him. I don't know if it was Bill or not. I'm not sure, but I loved him. He was great. I loved him. What do you think about Dalton Rushing? That was your question.
Dalton Rushing went to Dave Roberts and was like, hey, take my spot. Take my spot. So Ryan Ward can make his debut. That is a A1 level teammate, dude. That's teammate of the year stuff.
You didn't need to give him your Dalton Rushing resume.
Oh, I did it. Did I? Okay.
Your rushing to me.
Hey, man, trying to get those pipelines.
It was good. We have 2 NFL reports.
Oh, wow.
Part 1 and Part 2. It's like The Godfather 1 and 2. There's 2 of them, one better than the other. I don't know. You're going to find out. NFL report Part 1 next here. D-Mac and Reiter. Welcome back into the show. I thought we were back, but Ryan was gone, but he wasn't. It's not the same without Bursch. You know what I'm saying?
It isn't.
T-Mac and Reiter presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, text injury help to 40222. I once had a boss tell me, when he was thinking about whether to renew my deal, I wish your voice was a little deeper. I wish you'd gargle some scotch. All I need is cold.
Just get a cold
voice.
A permanent cold.
I'm Bill. It's my natural voice. I'm a manly man. I'm gonna lose my voice. We're both off tomorrow, though.
You sound like that one guy. Hey, Bill.
What was that?
The guy you always do the impression of with your awesome Western accent. Yeah, you kind of got that vibe.
Are you making fun of me?
No, it's
like
great. Now I got to do the impression. You're like, I'm Bill.
I'm Doug.
I'm sick, Bill.
I am sick, Bill. Ryan Ward was really cool. Thank you for having him on. That was awesome. The first time he's been on the show, it's a day of firsts, because it's the first time we're going to do the same segment back-to-back segments. It is time for part one of the NFL Report.
It's time for the latest headlines on and off the gridiron. It's D-Mac and Reiter's NFL Report.
What up, Bursch?
What up, guys? Yes, as you mentioned, you guys are off tomorrow, so because of that, we are going division by division, leading up to the countdown to training camp, and we've got two divisions to hit today.
What are we doing in this segment?
We're going to do the AFC East.
Let's get it.
So the AFC East is headlined, of course, by the Patriots, who lost the Super Bowl, but this offseason they released Stephon Diggs, they traded for A.J. Brown, they signed Romeo Doubs, and their head coach was in the news a whole lot.
I am very uncertain of how to assess this team, because a lot of times you see teams lose Super Bowls and kind of fall off, D-Mac, and they've obviously had to change one mercurial receiver swap for another. I wonder if at the quarterback position there could be a little bit of a regression to the mean. Are you in on him? Are you in on him as an MVP?
I'm not all the way in.
I'm not all the way in.
I mean, like you said, young quarterback.
How's the arm talent?
It's decent. It's good. I mean, I think they have a good system for him. I think for the Patriots, you just can't make Drake May do it all, because that's not a sustainable model. They need to diversify the offense a little bit. And, of course, you mentioned all the Mike Vrabel stuff in the offseason. Does that bleed into it? Yeah. I mean, those press conferences early, we must-see TV. I'm going to have to tune into those.
Yeah, it's going to be Stressini.
Oh, wow.
No. By the way, I think the jokes are fair. She's a public figure. He's a public figure. If she were, I don't know, she worked at the cafeteria or something and she wasn't a public figure, it's different.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of the jokes write themselves with that, as far as just all the videos that surface. I mean, that was the story of the offseason for the NFL.
God, I wish we'd been on the air my entire life together, but I wish we'd been on the air when that story broke.
I know, right? It shook up the NFL, and we'll see. I think it could bring them together. It could make them feel more galvanized as you know, hey, we want to make sure that this isn't about our head coach. This isn't about Mike Vrabel.
One thing I'll say about Vrabel, and this isn't rocket science now, but I've known his agent for a really long time. In fact, no, he's not coming on the show. But I know his agent. His agent and I are friends. And he told me that Vrabel was going to be a star when Vrabel was the defensive coordinator in Houston under Bill O'Brien, I think. What was that, a million years ago? And so I've been following this guy, and I talked to Vrabel a little bit back then. He is a great coach. He is an exceptional coach. And one thing that's not lightning in a bottle, one thing that I am all in on is him as a coach, if not Drake May as a quarterback. I just don't know to what degree this, how did he put it, in the news a whole lot. It's funny, Bursch. Affects his coaching ability and his ability to reach his guys, and for him to just be distracted because of his, and maybe it's a nothing burger and maybe it's a something burger. That is to me, that's the biggest question of the Patriots, along with Drake May.
Yeah, time will tell, but he does have a good roster, that's for sure.
It is a great roster.
Yeah.
Well, the Bills finished second in the division. They lost in the divisional round, so this offseason they fired head coach Sean McDermott and promoted Joe Brady from OC to head coach. They traded for DJ Moore and signed edge rusher Bradley Chubb. I'm
a big Ty Dunn fan. He has a great Substack. It's worth Go Long Football. It's worth watching. If we ever want to get deep into the Bills, he'd be a great guest to have on because he lives in Buffalo. I don't know. What is your temperature? What is your verdict on basically promoting the guy the quarterback insisted on having as the coach? Because that's maybe Joe Brady's great, but that's why he has the job.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Josh Allen's got the keys to the organization, and they feel like a move to a new stadium, different culture shift for them is going to get them over the hump. I mean, I think that Josh Allen still's a top 3 talent in this league. The roster hasn't
Who do you have the first two? Stafford and Mahomes?
Yeah. So I'll go right now. I think Stafford's interesting. Stafford on his best days is capable of being a number one quarterback as far as
He's
his
the reigning
overall
MVP.
talent. Yeah. Reigning MVP, 99 on Madden, which is kind of crazy.
Is he this year?
He is a 99 on Madden. Kind of nuts. But I will say, the Bills just need a defense. They don't need to be the 2000 Ravens, right? But they just need a defense to make it where Josh Allen can score 25 to 30 points a game and not 35 to 40 points to win a big game. So I think that's the big thing is, can you spread the talent out a little better? But Josh Allen, he's like Lamar Jackson, right? He's a guy that needs to win at the highest level or it's going to be considered a failure. If you don't win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen, it's a failure. And we know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
I will say this. I agree. Wow. Sorry. No, I liked it. I just mad at myself for being serious for a second there because I thought I missed the joke. I don't think Lamar Jackson has not earned our trust in those moments. Josh Allen has. Josh Allen has out-dueled Mahomes a few times, and just his defense let him down. I haven't seen that from Lamar Jackson.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think that they have a better defense. I mean, you have Derrick Henry. I think the Bills, they don't have a Josh Allen problem. They have a we didn't build enough around Josh Allen problem, right? I don't think that's the case with Lamar Jackson necessarily.
Jim Leonard is the new defensive coordinator. So, that's the thing is you just hired an offensive-minded person. It doesn't mean it can't work. We saw it work. I mean, we saw Detroit a few years ago hire the right offensive and defensive coordinator, and it was great. And then Aaron Glenn went and failed, and what's his name? Maybe we'll succeed with my Chicago Bears. I'm a little skeptical on the Joe Brady hire. Never been a head coach, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Yeah, it's a roll of the dice. I mean, a lot of success at LSU. He's been an offensive mind. He's been an emerging offensive mind. But I'm with you, though. He has to prove himself at this level. He could be a bust. He could be a Ben Johnson, right? We just don't know.
If he got hired by the Raiders or he got hired by the Dolphins, I'd be like, okay, cool. You're going to build together. We'll see. He can grow. He better be good enough to win a Super Bowl today because that's the standard for the Buffalo Bills, to your exact point.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing where you hire an unproven guy who's got to be a Super Bowl level coach the moment he signs that contract.
I agree.
Well, next up, here's the Dolphins, who finished third, but they fired Mike McDaniel, they released Tua Tagovailoa, they traded away Jalen Waddle, they released Tyreek Hill, and then they hired Packers DC Jeff Hafley as their new head coach and signed former Packer Malik Willis.
Yeah, they're going to win Hafley as many games is what they're going to do. This is a rebuild, again.
See, I think I'm looking at the glass halfly full with the Dolphins. I think.
Oh, I missed it.
I think. I like them switching things up, trying to do something different. I think the Dolphins are a team that you are moving on from McDaniel, moving on from Tua, and they just need a fresh start.
Malik Willis, though, bro. That's a lot of money for
a
very small sample size.
That's a lot.
You know what he is? He's the Walker Kessler of quarterbacks.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good pull right there. I feel that. I feel that, too.
I gave you a wink.
And it wasn't just a wink. It was a wink, followed by
for the people listening on the FM on 97.1, The Fan. The new 97.1, The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, where you can hear.
Yeah.
And then
I thought we were going.
I don't know.
The Jets are also in this division.
Left you hanging there.
This offseason, the Jets traded for Geno Smith. They acquired multiple defensive veterans, including Demario Davis and Minka Fitzpatrick. They had 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, they're going to be bad.
Yeah, the Jets are going to jet, man. I mean, it remains to be seen if they can put together an ownership group.
Can they just inject some talent?
There you go. I mean, the thing about the Jets, too, is you're in a division that has a pecking order, and you've been the basement for most years. It's going to be tough sledding for that team, and I really, truly believe that.
I like the expression tough sledding.
You'd like it?
I do.
Really?
Especially because you use it a lot, and we're in LA. They are, right? Like I like how expressions sort of transcend. I mean, when have you been sledding in your life? Well, you're a pretty whirly guy. You didn't sled in your childhood, though.
I've been in a couple of sledding situations. Didn't love
Big
it,
Bear?
though. Yeah, exactly.
Little
California, big sledding for sure.
You didn't like the sledding?
It was cool. It was fast. It was fast,
it tough
but
sledding?
It wasn't that tough though. It was a good sled.
What?
It was a very high quality sled.
You just said you didn't like it.
I rather snowboard. That's why.
You're a snowboarder.
Yeah.
Can you stay up still?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. I get the little 1080 on the snowboard.
Well, what's a 1080?
You go.
I knew that. I just want to hear it sound. I liked everything about it. You know what's exciting?
What's up?
Here on DMAC and Reiter, the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Real exciting is that was NFL report. Normally we'd be done. Be like, that was fun. I love that report. It was about the NFL. We crushed it. We killed it. It was beautiful. We have a sequel.
Yo!
NFL report part 2 next.
Bang!
Next. Bam! DMAC and Reiter. What up, LA? Welcome back into the show. He's Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. And that makes this like a hurricane. D-Mac and Reiter. Presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Bro, we got to play back your Dalton rushing question at some point.
What is that?
I want to see if I judge you harshly.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, what else is new?
No. But what may be new is I didn't.
Oh, you don't think? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Friday.
Maybe Friday?
Why am I going to lower my voice?
We got sick, Bill.
I know. That's part of the deal. What's going on? I sound great.
Bill's literally sick of me.
Just takes physical pain. You got a little Thursday off. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to chill by the pool.
You gonna chill by the pool?
I think I am.
Really?
Yeah. I looked it up. You know what heals a sore throat? Margaritas.
Margaritas and chlorine.
Yeah, no joke. It's time. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
For the sequel you've all been waiting for. NFL Report Part 2.
It's time for the latest headlines on and off the gridiron. It's D-Mac and Reiter's NFL Report.
Number 2.
You can't do a sequel without the star. And when we knew Bursch would be here 5 minutes later, we decided to make it happen. What's up, Burstinger?
Oh, that's right. Yes. Guys, we're going division by division, previewing the NFL season, and we're putting 2 today. We just see the AFC East. Now we got the AFC South.
Ooh, you know what? One of these teams, when you zig, they jags.
And we will start there. The Jaguars won the division this offseason. They gave extensions to edge Trayvon Walker and O-lineman Cole Van Lanen. They lost Travis Etienne, formerly Travis Etienne, in free agency.
I'm not changing it. I'm not.
It's too late.
It's too late, dude. You can't do it. Can't pull a Stephen Craig. My buddy, he changed his name and didn't tell any of us. Then introduced himself to all of us as Stephen. Where are you at on Trevor Lawrence? Because this is the perfect arm talent conversation. He's got arm talent.
I mean, he's got arm talent. He's got some mobility. You got Brian Thomas Jr., a receiver a couple years ago, looked like he was headed to becoming one of the best receivers in the National Football League. I think Trevor Lawrence is still one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
I was about to ask you the top 10.
He's got massive upside and high ceiling.
He has so much talent.
Yeah.
If you were going to go pure talent, which is what arm talent is, but arm talent, arm talent. Top 3 quarterback, top 5 quarterback, just on talent alone. There's more than just arm talent.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to go.
What is arm talent?
Oh, come on.
All right, we'll do it later.
That could be one of those.
It's crazy.
You know, that'd be a funny thing, like like we did the unwritten rules, like football terms we hate, or right? Like
you
the big
mispronounce
popular
D-Mac things I hate.
Okay.
No, I don't hate it. That was mean. I'm sorry. It's the sickness speaking.
I mean, you got the Josh Allens, you got the Trevor Lawrence is I think in that pocket between 5 and 10. I mean, I would put him in the same bucket
on talent
as Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I think on talent
tier.
they're ahead of several quarterbacks who are better quarterbacks than they are.
Yeah, I mean, lots of pressure on him, right? I mean, former number 1 pick, he was supposed to be that next great quarterback, and it's Jacksonville. There's been some turnover there, and they've stuck with him. This could be the year for him. It really could.
He had a markedly better year last year.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, he's gotten incrementally better every single year too, and that's the thing about
24. He was pretty hot garbage, if I remember right. Did he get hurt? I think at the end.
Did he? I think he was doing some backs. Yeah.
I mean, he was. Yeah. The thing is, he's never been awful. He's gotten paid. He's always been just good enough for you to think that guy is going to emerge. 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it.
It's fine.
And I think it's his receiving core had like some of the most drops in the National Football League last year. So having receivers that can catch, ones that can make plays last year, Jacksonville, I mean, you had a 9.6 drop rate. That was the highest in the NFL. So, I mean, that's a mark of, hey, I'm throwing it to the right spot. You guys aren't catching it. So I think Trevor Lawrence is going to benefit from that. So the talent is there. I'm big on Trevor Lawrence. I really, truly am. The Jags.
When they zig, they jags. That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Next up here is the Texans. The Texans got a wild card last
I thought you
year.
were going to introduce them like a sounder. Like, hi, we're the Texans.
But they Houston, we Texan.
I don't know. So they got a wild card last year.
That was bad.
This
like
offseason, they extended edge rushers Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. They traded for David Montgomery.
They had a really interesting window. When did C.J. Stroud arrive? 3 years ago? 4 now? I mean, my sense of time is gone. Where it felt like rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, great out of the gate. There were a lot of people who thought, a lot of smart day-to-day NFL people believed they were the future of the AFC, right up there with the Chiefs, and obviously that just hasn't come to pass.
Look, they have a quarterback that has felt like he's regressed a little bit.
Yeah.
He did cut his hair. Who knows if that changes anything, right?
I'm sorry, excuse me?
Cut his hair.
But what is that?
It's you're big into superstitions, I thought, right? He wants a fresh start. It represents a fresh start. And the thing about the Texans, I mean, last year, Will Anderson, Daniil Hunter, they were the best combination on defense as far as sacks and pressure. And that defense is, with Derek Stingley, I mean, you got probably the best cornerback and one of the best secondaries in the National Football League. So the defense is going to be stout. You got C.J. Stroud. You got playmakers. I think the Texans are a sneaky contender this year, not just in the division, but in the entire sport. If you get a bounce-back season from C.J. Stroud.
Did you know that he cut his hair?
Yeah. Hey.
Sorry, does that mean?
Jay-Z cut his hair, and he had some of the best performances.
Do you think that has a real effect on people?
I mean, new me.
As a reset thing?
New look, new me. Feel good, look good, play good.
I more believe
What did
in
Deion say?
when people cut their hair. You know, like when a man or woman really cuts their hair, they're usually going through a divorce or crisis.
Didn't know that one, honestly.
You didn't?
Oh.
No, if you see...
Wait, my wife just came back from the salon yesterday. She
She's
looks a little
really-
different. No,
Okay. It's called 1-800.
So you believe or you're not?
You're in trouble in your marriage? I think you're good.
Oh, man.
Yes, I think people that cut their hair are usually often having a major crisis or life change.
Yeah. I mean, like, remember when Johnny Damon did it? That was really weird.
Yep.
You had when Jacob deGrom cut his hair, that was weird for me too. I mean, you never cut it, even though
I've gone the other route.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably need to. I may never cut it again. What I haven't done is, I'll pick it out one. Well, the headphones kind of tamp it down, but I'll pick it out one day.
Hey, man, looks lovely.
Thank you.
All right, so the Colts finished third. This offseason, they gave Daniel Jones a 2-year deal. They gave big money to wide receiver Alec Pierce. They traded away Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah, this is just an organization that feels like it's been on the hamster wheel of mediocrity for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely hit on Daniel Jones, and he was really one of the breakout, kind of almost a comeback player last year, and that's what you need for any organization. Can you find that quarterback? Can the Colts horseshoe Daniel Jones into being that quarterback of the future for them? And it is going to take some time, but they're definitely, I think, a sneaky contender in that division too. I mean, no real juggernauts. And if Daniel Jones picks up on what he was doing before the injury, they could be competing. They absolutely can.
One of the things that I think is really interesting right now in the NFL, and it doesn't really impact us in Los Angeles because of the quarterbacks that we have, maybe it can in Vegas because the Raiders are, in fact, an LA story, an LA team, is the resounding number of success stories, and then maybe in Daniel Jones' case, near success stories, potential success stories of second-chance quarterbacks. That just didn't happen 10 or 15 years ago. And the reigning guy that basically is the reason a team would just won a Super Bowl is a second-chance quarterback twice, right? Like basically got run out of the place where he figured his career out. So that is the most interesting thing to me about the Colts is keeping an eye on Daniel Jones, because I am curious if the value of cornerbacks has become so massive that the NFL is caught up with not just development, but redevelopment and sort of resurrecting careers. I think it's a really interesting trend to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
And lastly here is the Titans. They finished last in their division. This offseason, they overhauled their coaching staff. They hired Robert Saleh as their head coach, Brian Dable as their offensive coordinator. They signed receiver Wan'Dale Robinson. They drafted receiver Carnell Tate in the first round.
So what? Like, I want to make a Robert Saleh joke here, but I don't know. Maybe there's enough of a. I mean, he's respected and he's like a good liar. Is this a cult? He just builds a culture so that they can fire him in 3 years and then get a guy that can win?
I mean, he's one of those classic guys where you feel like he's just better as a coordinator than he is a head man, and that's kind of what they're doing down in Tennessee. Is where you got Saleh, you got Brian Dable, and you got a new quarterbacks coach. I mean, there's definitely a big shift down there. I do think that with Cam Ward, it's pretty optimistic. I mean, you look at the way he finished his season, the completion percentage went up, the interceptions went down, a former number 1 overall pick, a great competitor, someone that all of his coaches talk about his work ethic. So, yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty big about that.
I like it.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Everything's Gucci.
Okay.
Do you like when people take your expressions and say them to you? Is it flattering or is it frustrating?
I love it.
Okay, yeah, that's Gucci.
That's Gucci?
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? You've introduced me to a whole new vernacular, dude.
Yeah, look.
I dig it.
You're not the only one. I have introduced my B into my home life, too. Instead of my bad, my B.
Oh, I brought
right?
it to you.
Yeah,
that's compliments of my son Henry and my daughter Madeline.
There was another one, too.
Why isn't the garbage put away, Henry? My B. That's not an answer. All right.
Oh, here's another one. Here's another
Always
Billism.
an
Ready?
answer.
This is Bill. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. It's a good shout.
Oh, that's a Billism?
Yeah, it's a good shout.
That's a good shout.
See?
You saying it's a good shout is a pretty good. The show is flying by.
Dude, yeah.
How quickly is this going?
Pretty fast.
Should we just work tomorrow?
Feels like we're almost at 3 hours.
Should we just do it tomorrow? The show tomorrow?
Down, dude.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Let's go.
I'll see your work
make it
and I'll
happen.
raise your work. I'll see you Friday.
Do it from the pool?
Yeah, do it with the margarita show. Hey, this is a different kind of list. What's going on? By the way, I forgot to tease this. I apologize. We will do a mailbag if you'd like to give us your questions. We can try to scour some of the spots over on the comment section at the Fan LA. That's the stream over on YouTube. If you're hanging out on YouTube, do us a favor, smash, crush, hit that like button. There's also a little bell button that you can rock. It will be a very helpful part of that. And by the way, this football coverage on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports, is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity, imagine that. So I just keep building stuff we have to do together. We're going to go to Dodgers game together. We're going to go drink together, and we should go to a Galaxy game together.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go.
I would love that.
I'm repping the jersey, too. And the scarf.
Is that your jersey or my jersey? I think it stays here.
I think it does stay here.
Here's what I know for sure.
What jersey? I haven't seen a jersey.
What jersey? I didn't see it, Andrew. I should put it in your backpack until Andrew, you stole it. It'd be pretty funny. All-Star Game magic, not so much. Some Dodgers insight? Yes, from that event. We'll get to that next. D-Mac and Reiter. ITLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That is calldowntown.com. I like that golf shirt. Might be my favorite.
Really? You like it?
It's got some foliage. It's verdant.
You like it? There you go. I'm taking my shirt
You're gonna
off.
give it to me?
Yeah, you can have it right here on the spot.
I don't like it that much.
You know, you haven't worn that T-shirt I gave you, by the way. I'm a little disappointed. The Hesung Kim one. What's up with that?
It was dirty. It's disgusting. I threw it away.
You threw it away?
No, I need to wash it.
Wash it.
I would never. Yeah,
Dude, just wear it like it is.
It has
a game
stains
worn
on it.
It's a game worn D-Mac.
What are you doing pulling stuff from the wrong hamper?
Oh wow. Okay.
What?
You got me there.
Yeah.
It's a great shirt. Looks great on you, though.
Thank you.
Don't worry about wearing the shirt. It's totally fine.
855-97 LA fam. All right, so LA fan. I said fam. We are fam, but the number to call is 855-97 LA fan. So man, All-Star game was terrible, dude. I'm sorry. It was trash.
You hated it? You didn't
I
like
like
it?
pitching duels normally, yeah.
I mean, I think basically the only good part about it was that they were wearing their own uniforms. That was kind of cool.
But that always happens.
Well, no, it's been the last couple of years they brought that back.
Yeah.
But,
wait, when was the? Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was a game that left a lot to be desired. I mean, I think if you're a Philly fan, you got to see a lot of your guys, and Christopher Sanchez kind of got rocked a little bit, and then Bryce Harper came up for an at-bat later.
He's not pitching great right now.
I know. That's one down, one to go.
One down, a few to go.
Right, one down, a few to go. But yeah,
if the Miz comes back whenever he pitches and he gives up 7 earned runs, does your threshold of willingness shift a little bit on the Ohtani disagreement we have on to what degree we're willing to risk him, which is me a little and you never at all.
It absolutely does. It really
does?
would.
Okay.
It wouldn't be
it's fair.
An incredible amount. But if he's in the hunt, if he's within striking distance, I think you honor that. I mean, Dave Roberts did say a couple days ago something along the lines of just Shohei's always going to do what is best for the team over himself. So I think you could find some balance there. That's kind of the key. Can you find the balance there where you can still – because here's the thing. When 2 of your best starters are out, like they currently are with Blake Snell and Tyler Glass now, you still need really good performances from Shohei Ohtani to continue to win games. I mean, him and Yamamoto, those are your aces right now. Justin Robleski really is the third best pitcher on the Dodgers right now. So, yeah, big show coming back.
Speaking of Mr. Robleski, here is how it sounded on Fox. Thank you to Fox. Compliment to Fox. When Robo struck out the side in the 7th inning.
He strikes out the side. Justin Robleski, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. He was awesome. You said it earlier in the show, and I might have been a little bit of an Eeyore on that, you know, because I just thought the All-Star game was garbage. But his cameo, more than a cameo, he had 29 pitches. It was very cool to watch him strike out almost every guy that he faced.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he was absolutely pumping out there, hitting his spots, doing Justin Robleski things. And it's kind of one of those things where you're like, yeah, the All-Star game doesn't mean anything to me. Well, it means a lot to the Robleskis. And it means a lot to him going out there and pitching like that on that big stage. And look, don't kid yourself. One of the reasons why I think Justin Robleski has managed to have so much success this season is because of what he did for the Dodgers in the World Series last year. I think that momentum carried over into this season, and I think that All-Star game performance could carry over into the rest of the season. 5 strikeouts, first got to do that since the guy that gave Robleski the Shark nickname, Pedro Martinez. So it was great to see him out there.
Dave Roberts, obviously the manager of the National League team, spoke after the game about what Major League Baseball's All-Star game is still lacking at this moment.
I think whatever allows for the best players to be available to participate is what we should do. That's what I would hope. So however, it's a bigger discussion, but yeah, you want the best players to be able to perform in the All-Star game.
To quote you to you, that is crazy business. Yeah, to me, it's Dave Roberts. I mean, where's Shohei Ohtani? Oh, yeah. We made that call.
That's the thing, too.
That's wild, bro.
It's just a game that nobody remembers. It's a game that
it's meaningless.
It's the midsummer tragic, really. A lot of times. Ooh. I mean, it's a game that it's so weird because you're like, okay, we got all these great players.
How about the midsummer cancel it?
Wow, I think that Fox money is a little too good.
That's the thing. It's I think there are alternatives to even the Pro Bowl and certainly the NBA All-Star Game. I don't have a solution. Do you? I think a 3-on-3 tournament in the NBA All-Star Game where all the All-Stars basically got divvied up into teams of 3, I think that would play. I think guys would not want to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I mean, there's definitely
But what do you do
what do
you do in Major League Baseball?
There's really no way to kind of do anything differently, right? I think it's just tough. I mean, I think that the buildup of the game is kind of better than the game itself a lot of times. But here's the thing. Every now and then you get a special moment. A couple years ago when Shohei Ohtani, he told Ken Rosenthal before the game that he was going to swing at the first pitch, and then he swings on Clayton Kershaw and he breaks the bat and he gets the single. Like, every now and then there's a matchup that will get you excited, but for the most part, it's just not.
Okay. And that doesn't work. I had a really dumb idea, but
Tell me.
Well, I was going to say there's a way to do some sort of like you play and the winner like basically you schedule games, but whatever team wins doesn't have to play. Like the upcoming weekend, if the American League wins, they don't have to play their games. And the National like you get an extra time off, and you do double headers later or something.
So you get some excited.
Just get extra 3 days.
I can throw off some rotations
Those guys
a little bit.
104 miles per hour.
I will say this: like I've kind of pondered just. Here's the thing about baseball is it's not like basketball where most of the league makes the playoffs, right? I mean, they have expanded the postseason with the wild card, but if there was some way to make it where it could help a team in the first couple rounds get home field advantage, that could be interesting. But would you really
I don't
want
think
to?
That's enough.
I just don't think that you would want to mess with one game to go about that. I really, truly don't.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I told you my method to making the All-Star game the most watchable game is you take one team. This has been my idea for a while. You take the best team in the sport. And you still get to nominate the All-Stars of that team, right? And they get the nod for that. So it's not like everyone gets an All-Star nod that doesn't deserve it, but you take the best team every year, and that team plays the rest of the MLB All-Stars, right? And then you play an exhibition game. And
I hate that so much.
But imagine, so you tell me if the Dodgers played All-Stars, people wouldn't tune in? It would be like the biggest rated.
But dude, what if one year, like, what if the Brewers are the best team and then they lose 3 guys in free agency?
I'm not saying it's a great idea. I'm saying it's an idea.
I mean, I have. It's funny. You ran away from that one quickly. You're on T-Mac and Reiter. I have a great idea.
Okay,
and you're gonna love it. We didn't bring it up yesterday or argue about it. You eliminate interleague play, and then when these guys play each other, it's familiar. When these guys, he's taking his headphones off. When these guys play each other, D-Mac, then it's novel. It's new. It's cool.
You would take away So let's take away those awesome series against the Yankees for one meaningless exhibition game.
Get on the bandwagon.
No.
Okay.
Interleague play for life.
Freddie Freeman, who agrees with me, even though I've never asked him about it or spoken to him on any level, so actually he probably doesn't agree with me, did share what he told first-time All-Stars before the game.
It was more of a just appreciating and taking a step back and make sure you realize how special this is. Sometimes you go too fast. You know, it's like me. This is my 17th year. It feels like yesterday when I first started doing this. And my first All-Star game was 14 years ago. It's flown. So there's 35 or 36 first-time All-Stars. It's incredible. The game's in a great spot. Make sure you take a step back and realize it's not just you making it. Your parents, your friends, everyone who helps you along the way to just take a step back and realize how special it is and make sure you enjoy these 2 days before we get back to work this weekend.
Wait, how many All-Stars did he say? How many first-time All-Stars were there?
Says something like, what did he say?
38 or so?
That's what I was like, dude, the 30s?
This is it's so dumb how many All-Stars there are.
Yeah,
look, it's pretty great. It's a rare thing. It's a privilege. Few people get here, and I was telling the 321 first-time All-Stars yesterday.
Well,
appreciate it.
That's
what do you mean, man?
No, so that's the thing about the MLB All-Star game that's kind of funny,
right? Are these 64-man rosters? Or 32? 64 guys, 32-man rosters, excuse me. Right? It's 32 dudes.
Yeah, I mean...
32 All-Stars.
Yeah. the roster size is a little different. But he is right, though. I mean...
Come on, man.
It is, yeah. So, no, I mean, you get the players that you didn't know about. Because typically, obviously, if you have a team, you're following your team on a day-to-day basis, right? So if you're a casual or someone that is just not invested in another team, you're watching the All-Star game and you're like, Like, who are some of these dudes? You're like who's Kevin McGonigal on the Detroit Tigers? So I think one of the good things about the All-Star game, if you're going to find a good thing about it, is it can open your eyes and introduce other players around the league that you might not be familiar with.
You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that. You don't believe that.
Wait.
No,
I believe that.
No, you don't. You're lying.
No, I'm saying if you're going to find a pro.
I don't know what's worse. Major League Baseball allowing 128 people to be All-Stars every year, or NBA having Mac McClung win the dunk contest
I'm very against
11
that.
times.
I'm very against that too, dude.
It's the same thing. It's like, we don't know how to fix this, but here's the participation trophy.
So who's Drake Baldwin? I mean, new players. People might not know as All-Stars.
Trust me, I was not into it. But when you just told me I could go discover them at the All-Star game that they don't deserve to be in, I was like, okay, you know what?
I think you're kind of hyped. You can't wait.
I'm
man.
hyped. I'm supposed to throw this. Max Muncy was with Chris Rose being asked if the Dodgers are truly the villains of baseball.
I've been asked the question several times, what's it like being the bad guys? And my answer to that is, if you ask anyone around the league, they all want to come and play here. So are you really the bad guys if you've created the spot, the culture, the organization that everyone wants to come and join? Obviously, there's some that would say, oh, I'd love to beat those guys. But if given the opportunity, they'd all love to come and play here.
It's a great point. I'm going to point out, and then you can defend Max Muncy. I think he's doing a DMAC okie dokie, where there's argument A and then you argue B. I've seen you pull that move, the okie dokie, on me a couple times.
Works every time.
What makes the Dodgers? He kind of does. I'm D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1, the fan voice of LA Sports. I'm not saying the Dodgers are villains, but many people consider them villains, and those people that sort of characterize them as villains aren't other Major League Baseball players. It's their fans of other Major League Baseball players.
That's a great point. I think that's absolutely hitting the nail on the head right there, just because that's the truth. I mean, I do think there are players probably out there that if they're not Dodgers, they wish they were Dodgers, because you get the development. They put you in positions to succeed. But Max Muncy is the perfect example of why we talk way too much about money. We talk way too much about money in Major League Baseball because nobody wanted Max Muncy. He was a cast-off from the Oakland A's. He joins the Dodgers, turns into a multi-time All-Star, and even this year, he's on a $10 million contract. Guess what? All 30 teams can afford a $10 million Max Muncy. So, yes, they've got the stars, they've got the Tier 1 high-price items, but that is not the only way you can win. Just look at the New York Mets, right? It's not just about a bottomless pocketbook. You need to develop, you need to scout, you need to do things like find Max Muncy.
Here's my unpopular take that's correct, and maybe it won't be unpopular with you. Maybe it won't be unpopular here on the new 97.1 The Fan. It would probably be unpopular with Cody Decker because he just had a friend of his on his show today or yesterday with D-Fish, who's a Yankee. The Yankees are the villains of baseball because they spend similar money to the Dodgers. They don't succeed, but they come close. But they don't have a great culture, I would argue. And they don't have a GM who's... Dude, Brian Cashman's not good at his job. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of people giving me this whole... I heard it on the station. What's Swish going to say? He sucks? I mean, he should. That's the truth. Brian Cashman's bad at his job, and the culture's not great. And for years, not anymore, but the Steinbrenners were not great owners. What Max Muncy is right on is that they spend money, but they have a culture and a philosophy, and they're smarter than everybody else, and an approach, and we just heard Ryan Ward say that's a clubhouse guys want to be in. If you want to find villains, there are villains in baseball who spend money. I don't think it's the Dodgers. The Mets are the villains of spending money and not being successful, and the Yankees, if you think money is villainy, I mean, the Yankees have wildly underperformed relative to the money they've spent this century.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's perfect proof where baseball is not fantasy baseball. You can't just buy the best players, draft the best players, get the best players, and just press simulate season and hope that the team with the best roster with the highest priced players goes and wins the World Series. There's a lot more to it than that. Just look at the World Series last year, right? If the Dodgers don't get 3 key home runs, they don't win. Yep. Who hit those home runs? It was Max Muncy off Trey Savage to cut it to a 1-run deficit in the 8th, a guy that they found, developed, they turned into an all-star, and then in the 9th inning it was Miguel Rojas, who was, mind you, the 287th highest paid player in Major League Baseball, a guy that no one wanted, a guy that everyone could have signed, and then who hit the game-winning home run? It was Will Smith. Oh, checks notes, a guy that the Dodgers drafted and developed, and those are the three most important offensive players in that game. So, look, the Dodgers can spot talent out of the window of a moving train. That's why they're a dynasty.
In fairness, it's both.
But exactly.
But they spend it wisely. I'm not mad at people. So I live in Manhattan Beach. There's a lot of rich people in that community. In fact, almost everybody's rich. I'm like the token poor person, and I'm not poor.
What?
No, I'm serious though. It's when we first moved to Manhattan Beach. I had 3 jobs. We were doing okay. I guess based on the clothes I wore, I drove we each drove a Tercel, I think, or maybe a Prius. I don't remember. They brought us clothes and gifts for our kid, as if we were as if it was to charity. This is a true story. When I first moved to Manhattan Beach, they gave us a bunch of stuff because they thought we had no money. But my point is, having spent a lot of time around rich people, I have friends who are very wealthy who spend their money wisely. Those are the Dodgers. And I don't begrudge them. They earned it. They built it up. They made their money. I guess the first million is the hardest million. Several of my friends have massive amounts of cash. One of my friends, he's not from Manhattan Beach. He lives in San Francisco. He's a billionaire. They're self-made people. I also have neighbors or friends or people that I'm around, I'm not sure about friends, who are trust fund kids and who inherited their money and who spend it badly. And they're the Yankees. So being rich is not the definitive reality of who you are. So the Dodgers do have money, and that's part of the story. And I'm not going to pretend that it's not. But they also earned it because they came from the McCourt era not that long ago. It wasn't that far back. And they spend their money, as you always say, very, very, very effectively, which I respect.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to invest in the right talent, guys with the right character, and also can you develop on the margins? I mean, that is what separates the Dodgers from the Mets, from the Yankees, from the Red Sox, from the Blue Jays. It truly is. I mean, yes, it's a way to get. Here's the thing. If you spend money and you have a high-priced roster, you are going to most likely make it to the postseason. But also, It doesn't guarantee the final out of the World Series, right? You don't have it that way. It just doesn't work like that.
Dude. I mean, here are the top spending teams in baseball this year by salary. The Mets, they're a disaster. The Dodgers, the Yankees, the Phillies, the Blue Jays, who should have won a World Series, could have won a World Series, were on the verge of a World Series, the Braves, the Astros. There's obviously a correlation between cash and success in baseball, which brings us to the salary cap and all the complications of that. And many, 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 many players over the course of the weekend were unequivocal and direct and unflinching and saying, hell no. And Max Muncy, when it came to talking about the salary cap proposals and a potential lockout, all those things was no different.
The biggest thing for me is every other league has a cap, and not one of those players like it. So why would we agree to something that no other player likes?
Yeah, look, I am actually pro salary cap because I am pro floor, but I would want to negotiate a distribution of the money that is more. I would actually disagree with Max Muncy. The NBA players don't dislike a salary cap, having covered it. The top players dislike a salary cap, so that's a different conversation. LeBron James does not like a salary cap. Austin Reeves loves him a salary cap because the desperation sort of leads to they have to spread the money out a little bit. In a real market, Luka Doncic would make 85% or 90% of the money, and Austin Reeves would make less. But the reason that a cap, I think, works in the NBA is it creates a floor. So this isn't in the benefit of the Dodgers, but in the benefit of baseball. I do think forcing these cheap-ass teams that are out there that won't spend money and steal money from their communities and the thing is, Doug, it's not going to just force them to spend money. They're going to sell. Eventually, those owners are going to sell because if you make the price, if you force baseball teams to operate, and this is the other point about the Dodgers, why they're not villains. The Dodgers reinvest in their product. The reason that beers are more expensive at Dodger Stadium than they are at other ballparks is because the Dodgers have to pay for the product. But fans here are so smart; they're like, "I'll pay the money because it's going to pay for these contracts." If you have Max Muncy, respectfully, D-Mac and Reiter, it's Bill Reiter talking to you, Max. If you have a salary cap by way of getting a salary floor, I think the cheap owners that are out there will sell their teams, and owners who are willing to invest, like new versions of Mark Cuban, will come in. I know it's in the weeds and it's complicated, but that's sort of my sort of 2 cents on the multi-millions of dollars that will be on the line when the CBA gets renegotiated.
See, and that's the thing. I mean, a salary cap doesn't create better owners. It just kind of protects bad ones, in a sense, from making them spend a certain amount. Like the Pittsburgh Pirates.
But if there's a floor.
If there's a floor. But
yeah. In a salary cap in a vacuum, I totally agree.
Here's the thing, though. Like the Pittsburgh Pirates, they don't lose because the Dodgers spend money. They lose because they don't spend money. And if a floor protects that, you could potentially have a more competitive balance, right, in the league. But also,
you have
I think
to have a required spend, right?
Baseball is such a different sport, though. It really, truly is, because baseball thrives when their major markets are having success. I mean, you look at the Braves and the Yankees of the late 90s, early 2000s, and then you look at when the Royals are having success, it's terrible. Like, you need teams like the Dodgers to flex their spending muscle.
I understand your logic, but by that, like, you can't have a competitive league where the logic is only the big this should be calibrated for only the big markets to succeed. And I'll push back as someone who's been in those markets in LA, one of the reasons there are amazing baseball fans is there's been really good baseball here for a long time. If you have a market where there's not great baseball for a long time, they become fans of other things, dude. Right? So, like...
Okay, so...
And also, I think when the Royals or the small markets make it, it's such an exception. It's such lightning in a bottle. They're not dynamic. This isn't good for the Dodgers, but if in a different system, if you spread out the wealth, you'd have more stars on other teams that might pull in casual viewers.
I mean... That the ratings are up, though. You know, even regional ratings in smaller markets are up.
I know baseball does really well 25 to whatever the demo is, 18 to 55 during sweeps. But the thing is, the difference is baseball is a great local product. It is not a great national product, and that's the problem.
But I just don't think it could ever be a regular season great national product because
I disagree.
Teams play every day. I mean, ratings are up, though. I mean, but here's the thing, though.
But I'm talking the World Series where, yeah, like it's not going to be a national product in the regular season.
I mean, 51 million people tuned into the World Series last year.
I got it.
And you look at
But if you're going to only build a system where you only win if the Dodgers win, you're going to have years where you're screwed. You got to build this isn't for LA, but if you're Major League Baseball, you got to build a sustainable model for everybody.
I mean, there's revenue sharing in those teams. Look, here's the thing. It's a super complicated, nuanced thing we could spend like a million hours talking about.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to in December.
Yeah, exactly.
When it gets ugly.
But
shoot, we went super long.
Pro player, baby. No salary cap.
I mean, look, and this is the thing. It's counterintuitive because what I'm arguing is what I'm saying I think is real. It's also not good for the Dodgers. So it's, but you can have the last word because I know you get mad when I take the last word. But I think a perfect example of a team that operates like a small market and what can squander careers is the Trout, Ohtani, Angels teams. I mean, they would spend money at times, but they were not built by an owner to actually be competitive. And when they got desperate to be competitive, they just traded poorly because they weren't built to be a baseball operation. They were built to be an operation that basically did what the owner said. They squandered two generational talents. Now, one of them was able to escape the island and get over to the Dodgers and be great, but you're telling me that had the Angels been run by, in an alternate universe, the Angels had hired Andrew Friedman from Tampa Bay instead of the Dodgers, and they'd operated on a smaller but somewhat of a budget, people wouldn't have tuned in for Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani? I think they would have. So I'm not sure that logic entirely holds.
I mean, as far as it being bad for the Dodgers, I feel like if you gave everyone $100, I would trust the Dodgers would spend that $100 the best because the difference.
Be bad for the Yankees.
What people don't realize, I think, about the Dodgers and about the Yankees against the Mets is when teams pursue free agents, they feel like kind of that's the end-all be-all. The Dodgers don't just show up to the dealership and buy the Ferrari. No, they buy the garage, the mechanics. They make sure it runs well. They maintain it. They get the most out of it from a performance standpoint.
I agree.
And you can do that with lesser players, too, and they've shown the ability to do that.
But they're still paying Kyle Tucker $60 million. I mean, let's just be honest about, it's both. I mean, they still can do all the things you're saying and outspend. And the other advantage that the Dodgers would have if there was a CBA that was adjusted to force spending is you can force spending on salaries. You can't force spending on scouting. You can't force spending on I'm Andrew Friedman. I'm going to hire 11 people that can replace me because I'm confident. Like the Dodgers are I think nationally. The wrong team to make the argument about because the Dodgers do everything well. It's the Yankees that should be, I think, the poster child for smaller markets of this is why we need change. Because you're right, you're not going to beat the Dodgers because they're too good. And they care about the product by doing it the right way. They're rewarded for their wealth and their competence. The Yankees are only rewarded, in my opinion, for their wealth. That's who I would target if I'm other markets looking to spend money. Yeah, we went into a CBA direction.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you want the last word?
No,
are you sure?
Well, plenty of time. I think the Dodgers, you make a great point. I mean, that is the counter to that is bringing up teams like the Yankees and the Mets and things like that. But I also think, too, that it'd be potentially dangerous for Major League Baseball to kind of bite the hand that feeds them and limit teams like the Dodgers and the Yankees. And if you have that balance, it's not Major League Baseball is not the NFL. It's not the NBA. It's a totally different dynamic because you have got farm systems. You have the ability to. Here's the thing about the Brewers have the best prospect in baseball, right? Right? You're not going to necessarily have that in other leagues unless they get a high draft pick, but they can use that capital to trade. You don't really see that in other leagues as much. So there is that capital.
Final word, D-Mac and Reiter. Love the Magic. Your questions, mailbag next. D-Mac and Reiter. The show, D-Mac and Reiter, presented by DTLA Law Group on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. Accident or injury, visit calldowntown.com. That's calldowntown.com. James Coe Show coming up in about 25 minutes. James does an amazing job. We both really like that show and listen on the way on our respective drives home.
Yeah. No, James Coe was he was talking about the that Byron Scott, Olden Polynice, some of those comments about LeBron. Yeah, getting into that NBA juicy. This has been a great NBA offseason, man. Lots of twists and turns.
It really has been. He's filling in for us tomorrow. You and I are taking just a day, a little recharge day, and he'll be here getting it done. So the James Coe Show will slide from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., where you can get it Monday to Friday. Tomorrow to 2 to 6 p.m., but we'll be back on Friday hanging out. Do you want to do some little mailbag, little Q&A?
Yeah, let's bang it out.
Stream?
Yeah, let's hear what the people are saying.
I will flip you the bird. Not me. You're my guy.
Yeah.
That's the name of the guy in the chat.
He's our duty. He called us. He called in.
He was great. Yeah, he was great. I got a question for the guys. Does the Lance McCullers trade to the Brewers change the pursuit of Skubal, or could Lance be flipped to the Tigers as part of the trade package?
Yeah, if you saw that move earlier today, it was reported Lance McCullers going to the Brewers. They're going to look to add pitching depth. I think that if you're thinking that Lance McCullers solves their going all-in situation, I don't believe that to be the case. So I don't expect it to have a massive impact on just the overall just landscape of Tarek Skubal. But hey, for the Brewers, it remains to be seen if they're willing to A, part ways with elite prospects for a rental of Skubal, and B, if they'd be willing to absorb what's left of that contract, which is $10+ million. So
I will flip you the bird. My sort of 2 cents on this, and everything D-Mac said is the gospel according to the best Dodgers reporter voice out there. I think it's actually bad news for the Dodgers, because if there's any team in baseball that can compete or outcompete with the Dodgers, if they choose, we talked yesterday about how the Dodgers can go all in on prospects and it doesn't really affect them. The Brewers need to replenish their team because they can't pay guys over the next 2, 3, 4 years. So trading away prospects for rentals and for windows now has more risk for the Brewers. But if the Brewers decided to pursue anybody, Skubal included, they have a better farm system than the Dodgers do. They have the means. And the thing about McCullers is anything that convinces the Brewers between now and August 1st, D-Mac, that they're good enough or their window is real, they can beat the Dodgers, is more likely to tempt them to go get a Skubal.
Yeah, it's a fantastic point. Another thing, too, Bill, is this could be an indication that maybe around Major League Baseball there could be a feeling of him not getting traded. Maybe Skubal isn't getting traded, right? So is this a sign that the Brewers like, well, we're out on Skubal because you can't buy a house that's not for sale, right? So I'm curious to see if there's that. I think if you were going to flip it anyway, it would probably say that the Brewers could be out, so that would help the Dodgers because that could be potentially their best competition because the Brewers are a team that has a top 5 farm system in Major League Baseball. But it is interesting, these early deadline deals before you get to August 3rd for a team like the Brewers that is extremely calculated. They make smart moves. To me, it could be a tell of that because Skubal and the Tigers, they're a much better team since June 1st.
I like it, dude. I like it. D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97.1 The Fan, the voice of LA Sports. We're doing the mailbag we try to do a lot of times this time of the show. So if you ever want to get us a question, you can literally call 855-97-LA-FAN and pass it on to Bursch. You could get on X. You could, find Doug's personal phone number. It'd be a funny game to give your number away. But the best way, easiest way, perhaps, is to go to the YouTube stream and at the Fan LA, and drop your comments like T-Rex12. Question. T-Rex12 asks, where do you rank this year's All-Star game compared to recent ones? I was a bit disappointed in the Dodgers' offense, but Robo did a great job except for giving up the home run. I mean, Robo was awesome. Strike out 5 guys. That's a banger of a moment. I usually like pitching duels, but not in the All-Star game. 3 hits? You got three hitter, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool to see some of the Dodgers involved. That was always
striking out.
What I was looking forward to, right? But, I mean, I think for me, you're right. I mean, I was telling you during the break.
I think it's the worst one.
I get ranking it, it's like I said, trash versus garbage, right? I mean, they're all pretty unentertaining for the most part. But I was telling you after the last segment that I get a big buzz from doing this show, a lot of adrenaline. So it usually lasts 4 or 5 hours after the show. So sometimes it's tough for me to sleep. Thankfully, the All-Star game helped me last night because it put me to sleep, right? And I wasn't moved by it.
I'm going to try to speak Spanish here. Next question from Yo soy Domingo
Muy bien.
Ayala. I've been trying to learn Spanish for years. You're going to hear how bad my accent is. I'm working on my wife, Lori, we've both been trying to learn Spanish. She's so good at it. My buddy Bruno, Spanish is his first language, and he comes over and speaks Spanish to us, and then he tells us in English that Lori's great and I suck. Thanks, Bruno.
Looking forward to this. Drum roll,
Reiter,
please.
¿Te gusta los tacos de lengua o no? So I think that's, Reiter, do you like, is that beef tongue tacos? Do I like beef tongue tacos? I've never had beef tongue tacos, but I would eat them in a heartbeat. By the way, that is one thing that Lori and I have been, I'm supposed to get a dinner reservation, rocking as we are exploring so much more of LA. We're getting out of our stupid little bubble in the South Bay, and I'm loving this part of, we're in sort of Mid-Wilshire area. I love this part of town. We've been downtown more. We've been hanging out at a bunch of places. We've been going to Silver Lake. We've been hanging all over the place, Culver City. I need to lock into the taco truck scene. Like, I need to get a list and just start doing it, dude.
Oh yeah, you got to roll to my crib, dude. I mean,
you got a spot?
Yeah, I got multiple spots.
They have beef tongue tacos?
Sí, tacos.
Beef tongue.
Sí,
I'm in.
Tacos de lengua.
I've had. I'll eat anything once. I've had pig's feet.
Delicioso.
Wouldn't recommend it. I've had goat brain. Wouldn't recommend it. I think what else what's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
Well, I mentioned on the show yesterday, I had bull testicles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. From Animal back in the day.
I blocked that on my mind for a reason, and I'm going to do that again in about 19 minutes. Last question. Oh, it's also, I will flip you the bird. I think Reiter needs to do a spin-off of LeBron's The Decision when he announces what he's going to do with his hair. LOL.
Ooh.
Yeah, there was some hair. What was going on, Burge, in the chat? There were some hair comments in there. People ready for a little change? I don't know.
Switch it up.
Is it that big?
I think you should go full early 2000s Justin Timberlake and get some cornrows.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see rock some cornrows? I think that might be the move.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
We've had a lot of hair talk in the studio.
I know, right?
There was some hair talk once in Crosstalk.
Good times.
That was a moment. That was a moment in time.
We're cooking, baby.
We're cooking with gas. I used to say cooking with grease, and I realized that's actually just setting your kitchen on fire. That's a bad thing. Oh God, cooking with grease. Do you have any questions for Berkshire for me? Do you have a question?
A question?
Yeah, you don't have to. I just don't want you to feel left out of the mailbag.
Oh, I mean, so are you going to cut it? I mean, what is the
hair? No, I'm gonna just let it roll.
Yeah.
You made fun of me because you looked it up. I did TV. I've done TV until recently for the last 13 years, and they always made me cut my hair like I was a child. And now this is my rebellious streak.
I like the vibes, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the hair, you got the beard, kind of growing, kind of a little bit of a little 5 o'clock shadow, right?
And what did Gene say? I have the
Manhattan Beach dad look locked down.
It's a t-shirt.
Yeah, but dude, the way it fits, it kind of looks like it's the perfect amount of. I've been washed a couple of times.
Oh,
like you, if you
swore there.
Here's the thing, like there's an art to it. There's an art to having the t-shirt look like it's just the perfect amount of vintage and new. Look, I see it. I see the vision.
Of skepticism I'm giving you.
I see the vision.
Right. Are you excited to hear who the hero of the day is?
I am.
I'm glad because we're going to reveal it next on DMAC and Reiter. Frustrated. Do you know where I'm never frustrated?
Where's it?
D-Mac and Reiter Hero of the Day reveal. You excited?
I am, because I feel like there was you were being gatekeeper on the Heroes. I'm hoping my guy won.
Who did I gatekeep you on?
You're like, you can't do Myles Garrett, even though he's an LA athlete.
Yeah, he wasn't a finalist.
What?
I didn't select it.
Okay, this is. There needs to be an investigation launched. Why wasn't he included on this?
It's easy to do an investigation. Ask Bursch.
Okay.
Bursch, please sit down for a quick investigation. Why did you make the correct decision on Myles Garrett?
Because winning an ESPY does not qualify you for Hero of the Day.
Wow.
I had nothing to do with it.
I had nothing to do
We're
with it.
trying to make Myles Garrett feel at home in this town.
I forgot you did that, and you did the Dalton Rushing question
Give
to Ryan
him
Ward.
all of the love.
You're already friends with Ryan Ward. You don't have
Okay.
to prove that your credibility question.
Wait, what do you mean?
Ryan, it's me. It's D-Mac. What's up, bro? Dalton Rushing got some criticism, but it wasn't me. I think he's amazing and perfect. Never did anything wrong. People don't know what they're idiots. How you doing? What are you doing right now? That was your question.
I thought he gave a great answer, dude.
I know it was. He gave a great answer.
Because
I am gatekeeping.
There are tiers of the people in the Dodgers clubhouse, right? There's like the young guys that are coming up, the Robos, the Ryan Wards, the Robleski, the Rushings. Like there's these guys, and then you got the Hall of Famers. So when you get a chance to talk to the young guys,
is there a jerk face tier? Is there a doesn't go to your locker tier of one guy?
Hey,
why can't I bring it up?
Oh yeah, you can. Sure.
You called some news.
We'll see. Next second half. Big second half. We need to see the defense get better for Kyle Tucker. Can I point that really quick?
Yeah.
The defense for himself has been very bad, like based on his standards, and he's capable of better defense. So also want to see an uptick in his performance in right field. I know he can do it. We just want to see it.
Your level of belief is moving. Would you like to hear the?
Oh, that's right.
I can't. You want to hear the D-Mac and Reiter Heroes of the Day?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. It's Justin Robleski, 44%.
Robo!
Yeah. Beat out Leo Messi. Beat out Cody Bellinger. Beat out...
You know what? You're going to call me out on my question to Ryan Ward. How about you? When we had Greg Vanney. Oh, let me tell you about I love Messi. I love Lamine Yamal. These are my favorite players. Talk to me about my favorite players. Like you have like these posters of them on your wall at home. Jeez.
I do love
Tell me how great my players are. Tell me how great all my favorite footballers are.
He could have been like, I'm a Ronaldo guy, and I would have gone at him. I wouldn't have been like, oh, shucks, that's a really interesting perspective.
Yeah. Did not get Ronaldo vibes, though.
No, he was real.
Yeah. It was
when he told me
Maradona, right? Maradona. And then the Pep stuff.
Dude. Maradona and Pep is like, that's a real one.
Yeah.
It was weird. I had two things that stopped me. I was going to ask him if he wanted to be my best friend. Two things stopped me. One, that's weird. And two, you are already my best friend. And you're sitting there.
Spot taken.
Spot taken.
It's not best friends, plural.
We only
have one best friend.
Oh, we have another question.
Let's hit it.
We have a late arriving question on D-Mac and Reiter on the new 97
the
on
buzzer.
The Fan. Yeah, the voice of LA Sports. Shut off. Shut off. I went to the, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All right. eBay from prison. If money wasn't an option, what sport championship, ring, team, or year would you want and why? What sport championship, ring,
like in the past?
I think so. Bursch, what is the question?
I think he means like the physical ring itself. Like which ring would you like?
So I used to hang with a guy, we don't hang anymore, who was Genie Bus adjacent, and they gave him a ring in 2020, and he would break out the ring and hand it to people, like to meet people.
Dude, so that was what was so amazing. So
like at bars, like just to strangers, like here's my ring, and then he turned like high five somebody. I was always waiting for someone just to take the ring and run.
I'd flex with it. I'd rock it. Maybe as a necklace. But here, the cool thing about the Dodgers' last ring is it opened up and actually had a smaller ring. So it was ringception there. You got the main ring, and then you got the other ring. A lot of the players will wear that. So, look, I think the 2025 World Series goes down as the best ever. I think that was peak Dodger baseball. So if I could have any ring any year, I think the personalized player ones went for almost $120,000. Like,
wow.
They were like a massive, lots of diamonds. I definitely rock with that one for sure.
I would go 2016 Cubs World Series ring because I was at all of those games, and my grandfather, who I'm named after, really wanted to see the Cubs win a World Series. Watched every game that I know of, like in my lifetime. And he passed away when I moved here. Actually, like I was in my new house in Manhattan Beach when I got the call in 2013. So we missed it by about 7 years, but it was like a special thing for the family.
Oh, that's pretty. That's definitely one. If you're going to auction them off, it'd be wild. Rings are crazy.
I'm not a
dude.
ring guy though.
Yeah, you're not a ring guy.
I mean, a championship ring is not. I mean, it's cool if somebody gave me one, I'm in.
I
wouldn't buy one.
I was actually at a wedding last weekend. And I was just talking to someone with the family, and I was like, I had a couple Modelos, couple drinks, and I was like, oh yeah, there's the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffer ring. Right?
Wait, what's the last one?
The suffer ring. The
engagement.
That's
very funny.
And the guy's like, I think they're gonna be fine. I don't think they're gonna.
He didn't like it.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and dance.
In
now.
fairness,
okay,
there's only a 50% chance they're gonna be fine. It's basically the same percentage chance if you draft a quarterback with a top 10 pick as if you get married. It's a coin flip.
Yeah, and in California, it's like average marriage lasts 8 years. So hey. LeBron and them did it.
What's it in the red? Oh, I see. I was like, where are you going with this?
No, I'm just.
That was a great tip. You got there. You took me to the promised land.
Yep.
What are you gonna do on your day off? Just chill. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna do like a little. Probably.
But that's kind of crazy. Like a sick dude is like,
I know that's. What
I'm gonna be chilling.
Should I just sleep?
Maybe drink some soup, eat some soup. The perfect food, by the way.
So Lori is making me homemade chicken noodle soup tonight.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Which is pretty great. But she said she was gonna make it last night. I went home. I go, where's the chicken noodle soup? It was just crickets. There was no chicken noodle soup.
I think she could make it tonight. It's gonna be fire.
If you could go back in time in the last, let's say, 20 years to a single sporting event you didn't go to, what would you go to?
Just to view it?
Yeah, fan.
So 20 years?
Let's go non-Dodgers thing because you've done Dodgers work. And I'll go non-Lakers NBA because I've been all the NBA stuff.
I'd probably want to go to Tom Brady's 28-3 just to see that crazy comeback. I mean, that to me is...
you talk about like the 28-3
against the Falcons.
I was at that game.
You're at that game.
I was there, yeah.
I mean, like, just one that I could enjoy, like, as... I don't have a rooting interest in this team, right? I think I kind of would want that element to it, too.
Yeah. So I would want to go to one of... You probably were at both. I would want to go to one of Shohei's 2 historical games in the playoffs last round. The 3 home run, I can't remember now. The 10 strikeouts?
Yeah.
Game, or when he reached base 138 times in a game.
That one.
Those were both amazing.
Yeah, I was actually at both those, and it was
so cool, dude.
It was as amazing as you could see. I mean, you're literally seeing a dude at the peak of his powers just do things that probably will never be done ever.
The 10K 3 home run is probably the better game, right? It's hard. I think it's a tough call.
Yeah, I mean, 10 strikeouts. Absolutely. I mean, 3 home runs. One of those home runs has not landed yet.
Wasn't one of those an elimination? I know they were up in the series, but like.
So that was the series clincher.
That's right.
Yeah. So that was and the cool thing about that too is Shohei had struggled heading up to that.
Right. He had massively
and everyone's
struggled.
like, "What's wrong with Shohei?" Guess what? Nothing is wrong with Shohei.
It was and he just broke out.
That was a virtuoso. That was his magnum opus, man. That was an absolute. That to me, that's like if you combined Kobe's 81, Bam's 83, and Wilt's 100 all in one, it still wouldn't be as good as that Shohei Ohtani game.
Also on the list, maybe going to like Tiger's first Masters, although that's not in this century. But if I can stretch the timeline here a little bit, maybe like the first time Tiger when he walked up 18, everyone followed him.
Also, it'd be cool to say you went to Kobe's 81.
Yeah, and I went to Kobe's 60. You're right. Kobe's 81 would be amazing.
Yeah, Kobe's 60 would be up there for me for sure.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was like, wow.
Yeah, that'd be unbelievable stuff.
You know what else is wow? Saying goodbye to you. But the great news is, I'll say hello to you again on Friday. Doug and I are off tomorrow, but James Coe will be here filling in. And guess what? Great news. Double James Coe. Great news. James Coe's coming up right now. The James Coe Show. Don't go anywhere. He's Doug McCain. I'm Bill Reiter. We appreciate you. Thank you for hanging. Thank you for listening. Doug and I will see you Friday right here on DMAC and Reiter.